Rossi on a Thursday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie should be back. Ho!
Hey! Ho!
Our guy's back today. Jamie Rivers back from major surgery.
Yeah.
In fact, he's back a little early.
Yeah, 3 weeks early, you know. No big deal.
It's great to see you, bud. We missed you, of course. Glad that you're okay. And a lot of people have been asking, hey, you know, how's Jamie doing? We're like, yeah, Jamie's doing good. He had surgery. But people we're like, what kind of surgery is this?
It's been 2 weeks. What happened?
What the hell?
Yeah.
And this dates back to your time in Croatia.
Yeah,
with the Croatians.
Yeah. The old veterinary hospital in Croatia that, they kept me alive.
Ish. They did.
Ish. Even though I scared the hell out of him by still being alive.
Technically dead. Technically dead.
Technically dead.
That guy was dead.
Yeah.
Legally dead.
Damn, he's still here.
But when they saw that you were a walking zombie, they figured, all right, let's keep this guy alive.
Yeah, so what happened in the last little while here, the last couple of years, really, is because when they did the surgery in Croatia, they just cut through my abdominal wall. And because of the way I came to and them having to staple it quickly, there was never anything that was done properly internally. So no sutures on the inside, no like placing things back. It was just grip, staple, and let it heal. Well, over the course of time, like when I wasn't doing anything, it didn't really matter. He's just a guy that's overweight, tired, fatigued, hadn't discovered mentality yet.
Right.
But it was no big deal. But then you get back in the gym, you start working out, you start feeling good, and they start pushing it. And all of a sudden I notice, like, what's going on in my stomach a little bit here. And so, little information here is stuff started like popping out of the big scar that I had from top of the bottom to my belly.
By stuff, you mean like organs?
Yeah, just stuff. I didn't know what it was, right? So I kept just tucking it back in, just pushing it in. My girlfriend, Ashley, is like, honey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm pushing stuff back in. She's like, what?
Can we stop there for a second? I'm pushing stuff back in my stomach.
Yeah, that's moving.
That's moving.
That's coming. It's popping out. I'm like, it doesn't, So I kept doing that, and then it got to a point where there were some of the stuff like wasn't going back in, and I was like, what the heck is going on here? And it was starting to be painful, and so my girlfriend said, listen, enough's enough. You got to get to the doctor. My mom, who I think she's watching today, Mumsy, love you.
Mumsy.
Absolutely.
So she also was all over me. And so I go into the doctor, and Dr. Blatnick, just amazing doctor. He works with the Blues and stuff, and very lucky to have him. He said, yeah, look, like you've got a lot of stuff going on here. You got hernias, you got, intestines hanging out. So the problem with, like, if an intestine's hanging out, it can get what they call necrotic, where it dies. And then they got to cut that and try to mend it back together. And then that's not great.
No.
That's not great to do that. So went in for the surgery. I actually thought, I told you guys, I thought I was just going to get, like, they're going to drill 3 holes on each side of my stomach, go in and put this mesh, and kind of tuck everything back underneath the mesh and just, put it back in place.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Blatnick, who's a perfectionist, he didn't like the scar. The scar I had was about 2 to 2.5 inches wide before. So he cut that wide open again, took a huge strip of that off, put everything back together tight, tucked everything back in under the mesh. And so now my scar is going to be like razor thin scar because of this. So he did such a good job. But yeah, so
but it was rough. I mean, for the first couple of days.
First day I told you this, I had some PTSD.
Yeah.
I did not, I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I just didn't, because I was just like, whatever. I just thought it was going to be super easy. I didn't know it was going to be the same procedure as I had before. And when I came out of the anesthesia, I had the same pain as like I had that day in Croatia. And like everything was like whoosh, like time warp back, and like your brain messes with you. You're still foggy from being out, and so I was a little bit messed up there for a second. And the doctor was there, and the nurses, and all that. They kind of talked me through everything, so I didn't try to kill someone. And I knew then, okay, I'm in a good spot. And then then my girlfriend, Ashley, who's been awesome. She showed up at the hospital a bunch of times. They kept me an extra day at the hospital because my blood count was low. And it was a little bit weird for a little bit there. And the draining wouldn't stop. It was weird because, like, the first day, it barely drained. And the second day was filling up, like, every 5 minutes. So I was like, this is not good. Then it did finally slow down, so they were able to pull the drain. And let me tell you, that's an awkward feeling. That is an awkward feeling. You got this rubber tube that's all the way through your body and this little thing that fills up with blood. And then when they take it out, they just pinch and they pull it like a... Ooh. And it's like, you feel it slipping through your belly and all these things. And I was like, yeah. I was like,
weird.
And then of course, they said, once you can walk around, you can kind of leave. Well, I got up that night, walked around, walked to the bathroom. They're like, oh, do you need help? I'm like, no, I've been getting up on my own here. Finally got to go home. And the first couple of days were rough at home. And then things started to turn a little bit. And I found like, I don't know if the doctor's going to like this, if he's listening today. I'm sure he's got a lot of more important things to do. But...
What?
I don't know. You're right, Anthony.
Listening to the Fast Lane?
You're right.
Come on.
4 hours.
More important
4 hours in an afternoon. He's got nothing better to do.
He's doing surgery. Yeah, exactly.
He could have the old AirPods.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But he says, oh, you need to move around like for 5 minutes, like every hour. I was like, this is not working for me. For whatever reason, I think it's because I am very active to begin with. That when I tried that, it made me feel worse.
Oh.
I needed more. I needed to do more. I was starting to be like kind of hunched over because like everything tightens up in your belly. So your natural reaction is just like kind of like the fetal position,
Yeah.
And I knew that was wrong because that means everything's healing tight then. So I made a point of like stretching like my back out, even though it hurts, just to kind of go through that. And then made a point of going to the gym. Ashley was thrilled with that. Got on the treadmill, fired that thing up for 20, 25 minutes, would walk on the treadmill. But I feel like it helped. It got the blood going, and all of a sudden, like in the last 2 days, things have changed big time.
Good.
And got cleared yesterday and back today. So it's been quite a process, but I'm on the mend now. Still got some healing to do, but I'm feeling good, man.
Well, thanks for sharing, man, because a lot of people are asking, people are asking us, and we obviously were keeping your, for the most part, we were telling everybody you're doing fine, you were, and you're on the mend, but we didn't want to tell everybody, like, hey, you're going to be back on a certain date, because we didn't know, and we obviously were respecting your privacy, but people are pouring in right now in our snake pit. This doesn't surprise me at all. John scores right away. Welcome back, Jamie. Got, let's see, miss me some Jamie from DJ Patty Cakes. Jamie Rivers with the claps from Gator. Let's see here. The man, the myth, the legend from Tanner Skidmarks.
It's a new one.
Aptly named. Yes, Jamie back at you from Jeremy. Jamie from Sweet Voice James. So a lot of people missed you, man.
Yeah.
Zoosh also has a very important question, whether or not you're a lab experiment at this point.
I don't know. I think maybe they'll be using my body for decades as like, this is how you do this. And one day when I pass away, they can just go ahead, keep reusing my body, keep reopening this same thing over and over again.
Jeremy, that's the hockey in him. Masterson pouring extra to start, so Masterson has already fired him up with some extra ones. And by extra ones, I mean by drinks.
Have you had a taste? Have you been able to have? Did you ask the doctor when you could have a taste of the bourbon?
Yeah, I asked the doctor the next morning. Mm-hmm. I said, because he's talking about exercise and limiting the weight training and whatnot. And I go, Doc, when can I have a drink? Like, come on. And he's like, once you get off the pain meds, he's like, you're good to go, because he's like, it's certainly frowned upon to have pain medication and alcohol at the same time. Mm-hmm. So oddly enough, Carey, I stopped the pain meds right there.
Really?
I actually
don't say.
I stopped the pain meds and
just replaced them with booze.
No, I wasn't boozing all afternoon. But no, I stopped taking the heavy duty pain meds because, not just for that, but the last time I went through this, I'll just be open and honest about it. Like, they put me on some crap that I didn't even know what the hell it was. And you get very dependent on it. And I got way too dependent on it. And I did not want that to happen this time. And I wanted to go through some of the pain, because the quicker you go through the pain, the quicker you can adjust and the quicker you can keep moving forward. Whereas if you keep masking it, that's all you're doing is masking it. Like you're kicking the can down the road. And so I'd rather just go through the hell right now and get it over with. And that's what happened. So I'm taking a couple of Tylenol every 4 hours or something like that, but that's it.
Well, Jamie, these guys were really nice to you. They were like, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear you hurt. Glad when you come back. Like, rub some damn dirt on it and get your ass back to work."
That was
Gary
nice.
was ticked off. Gary thought you would be back the next
You're a
day.
hockey player, you know?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to get that thing zipped up and be right here.
Well, I did get it zipped up.
You just wasn't right
And
here.
I was trying to get right here as fast as I can, Carey. Trust me. Trust me. If I had it my way, I had told you guys, I'll see you Monday. Well, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But, no, hey, look, I'm happy. The doctor did a fantastic job. And I'm here, almost 3 weeks ahead of schedule. So I'm
good.
pumped
We're
about that.
glad you're back.
Yep,
brother.
absolutely.
Yeah, I got to
Glad
be
have you,
back
man.
to defend my bet the board.
What happened?
Yeah.
That was a weird bet you picked yesterday. Tigers,
I
ninth
have to
inning.
watch myself right now because there's things I want to say to you that might get me fired. No, they would get me fired.
It was the
Flat
ninth
out.
inning, down 5 at home.
Like, I've seen you pick some really terrible things.
That's
And
what he said yesterday.
you
He
screwed
said
over-
This might be
the worst.
worst one.
You have screwed over several members of the Fast Lane. You picked a table tennis game. You picked a tennis match of two people we didn't even know. But yesterday,
But at
my
least they
buddy
had the whole
Carey.
game or match to.
Yeah, yesterday my
pull off
guy
an
Carey,
upset.
by the way, who I did send in a bet the board, but no, we did it in the 2 o'clock hour. Never been done before in the Fast Lane. That's fine, guys. Don't
made some
worry about
adjustments.
You sure did. Carey gives me the Tigers to win outright. They're down by 5 runs in the 9th inning.
It's a live play.
Yeah, live play. Oh, but they had a guy on first and no outs, Jamie.
We were shocked when you.
I was absolutely shocked. I looked at it twice. I said, why did he
Maybe
maybe
he's
he's on
that?
the pain meds. That's okay.
Yeah.
Clearly, I told you I'm not.
Well, we thought it was strange
Better hope
nonetheless.
that this doesn't turn it. You just wait. Don't do
I
a
already
thing.
know, this man has picked the Rockies for me twice, and they
They
fortunately they
had a whole
won.
game to
gotta be
compete.
They
honest.
got 20 wins on the entire season.
Carey, they had a whole game to compete, though.
They did have a whole game.
I had an inning, half an inning.
I mean, those
you had a
Rockies
strong
plays look like gifts compared to the
Yeah, and they
what
won.
you've been doing.
I mean, hey.
I mean, even the tennis table guy that Marsh picked.
He at least won a set.
He had a whole match.
He did win a match. He did win a set.
So now that's why I had to. I heard that, and I told the doctor, I don't care what you have to do.
Yeah.
You write
Get
that
me
damn
back
letter.
to
I have
work.
to get back.
Get me back in.
Yeah.
I want to win 4 straight.
Yeah.
Bet the boards. Well, Jamie is back. Fast Lane is now at full strength. And Jamie, you didn't miss much. When you left, the Cardinals were a wild card threat. And after taking 2 of 3 from the Dodgers, they're still a wild card threat. If not us, then who? Right, Marshy?
Why not us?
That's right. We'll talk about the Cardinals, some takeaways from the Dodgers series, and also get into some comments made by Ollie Marmol about still wanting to win and develop players at the same time. That's next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Well, after taking 2 of 3 from the overrated Dodgers over the last couple of nights, Cardinals back to 500. Now they're still 13 games back of the Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central. But if you go over to the wild card standings, Cardinals are only 5.5 games back of that third spot. So let's get a New York Mets collapse, and let's get a Cardinals surge. Huh, boys?
Sure.
You guys ready?
Why not us, Anthony?
Thank you, Marshy.
Those Mets, they're not playing good baseball right
they're
now.
not. They can't pitch.
No, they
at
can't.
all.
They can take that theory and throw it out the window that you brought up the other day.
Yeah. What's that theory? Oh, yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carey, have your hand up?
Yeah, you're talking about the Mets and how they're not performing. So the Cardinals are the Mets are the only team ahead of them.
The Mets are the team that is in the third wild card spot right now, and the Cardinals will replace them at some point so that they're the third wild card. Yes, Carey, hand up.
Are there any teams between the Cardinals and the Mets?
Well, as we know, I can't read, so I don't know.
It's irrelevant. I mean, really, you got your eye on the prize, which is the Mets right now.
Exactly.
Don't let that other stuff
Now,
blur your vision, Carey.
if anybody else replaces the Mets
Carey,
in
you
that
got
third
a lot
wild
of
card spot,
questions.
then they
I'm
get it.
confused
Like,
how
what's
this
going
works. I don't know.
You're like that kid in the back row who's not really listening,
Yeah,
but
I'm
you got
listening.
questions about everything.
You know, I was taught there's no such thing as a bad question, fellas.
Well,
So
you were
I
lied to.
have a question. Do if the Mets drop out of that third wild card, do the Cardinals just automatically bump up? They're automatically in the wild
Well, no,
card
they
at
have
that
to
point?
win
They've
games.
got to win games. Did you miss the part about the Cardinals surging?
Yeah, I heard the surge, but they got to surge past a couple of other teams as well.
Okay, like
that's
who?
just
The
a-
Reds. The Reds are barely
Slight
trying.
formality,
The
okay?
Giants also sold at the deadline.
Carey, why do you hate the Cardinals?
I don't hate the Cardinals.
Sounds like you do.
sure
Somebody
does.
in this damn room
He's
has to
ticked
keep
off
it.
because the Dodgers lost.
Nope, I was excited
That's
that the
really what
Cardinals
he's
won.
mad at.
Nope, I'm excited. Just kind of weird how we just don't worry about the two other teams ahead of the Cardinals that are next in line to be
We only care about us.
third wild card.
Exactly.
We only care about how this team's doing. You just focus on yourself, and things will turn out just
You're
fine.
right. You know what? You're right.
Let's keep this thing positive, boy. Jojo Romero had himself a big week,
I think
huh?
that guy's a pretty good player.
Earned a save on Monday. Jamie picked up the win yesterday. Delivered a clutch strikeout of Shohei Ohtani. Perfectly executed slider in the 7th inning. This kid is rolling right now as he steps into a high leverage / closer opportunity.
Well, when you look at Romero over the last couple of years, he's kind of slid in and out of this exact spot where he's been. 2 years ago, he was lights out, and then he got overused. He fizzled at the end. He had a little bit of an injury, started to get hit quite a bit. Following season, it was more inconsistent. And then this year, I thought he's been pretty good. And again, he's right back in a high leverage spot for the Cardinals, and he's able to deliver. Like, he throws the ball hard. He's got a lot of movement on there. I like him. He attacks the batters. Like, he doesn't seem like he's afraid of the moment. He's a guy that I really like in the pen. And you know what? This is when you move on from Matz, Maton, Helsley. You know, this is the type of player you want to see, like, raise their level of game. And Leahy's another guy right now. I think that O'Brien's a guy right now.
First career save yesterday.
Yeah, so I think that finally some of the things the Cardinals are doing are actually, whether they do it on purpose or not, it's actually working out, which is crazy for me to say. Like, I don't even know if it's on purpose that they're doing it, or if it's just like, well, this is what we got, go out there and pitch. Or if they had a master plan and said, hey, we're going to elevate Romero.
They're kind of forced to, right?
They're forced to. It doesn't mean that was the plan.
No.
It's two different things.
But this actually might work out well if you just remove options from the Cardinals.
Yes, correct.
Hey, this is all you have. You have to throw these guys. Hell, let's see what they got. Which kind of plays into Marmol's comments after the game. I wanted to get your thoughts on this one, guys. So after the game, Ollie Marmol talked about development versus winning. And one of the things that he discussed was we're still trying to do both. They're in development mode, yes, but they're still trying to win games. And Ollie Marmol, and I'm paraphrasing, but Ollie Marmol said, that's been the goal the entire time. Can you do both? Because if you're trying to develop somebody like Jordan Walker, for example, but you got him in and out of the lineup, are you really developing him? Because you're trying to get Newt some at-bats too and trying to win games. You know what I mean? Like, you can accomplish both. if your young players are rolling. But if you constantly have them in and out, can you get a full scope of what they can do? Are you developing them? What do you guys think? I mean, as former professional athletes, isn't it about playing time, having those opportunities to get in and out of slumps?
Yeah. I think in order to really gauge whether or not a player is capable of playing at that level, you can learn things in practice in the off season, but during the games is when you find out, hey, this guy has it or he doesn't, and you need a larger sample size. I think Jordan Walker is one of those players you still need to figure out what he is. Nolan Gorman, I don't know if he's still in that boat of we don't know who he is yet, but we're still trying to figure out. I don't know if they already have a clear understanding of what he is. And Lars Nootbaar, I do think that there's enough evidence of what he is. He's a really good baseball player if he can stay healthy. Mm-hmm. And I think that's his only hang-up is if he can stay healthy, he can be a really good baseball player. But thus far, to this point, he hasn't been healthy for an entire season. So, in my opinion, with Lars, you have to make a decision. We're going to hang on to this guy with the hopes that one day he's going to have a healthy season and do great things. And it reminds you of Tyler O'Neill, not with the power, but Tyler O'Neill was a 2-time Gold Glove winner. He's a guy that played 140 games one time in his entire career. And he's often hurt. He went to Boston a couple of years ago, had a great year, ended up getting hurt. He's hurt again. Like, that's who Tyler O'Neill is. But when he's healthy, man, he's a hell of a baseball player. So you have to make a decision as an organization. Do we risk losing out on a potential all-star, a potential, a bat that could help this lineup and say, the hell with it, we're going to go in a different direction? Or do you say, no, we're going to stick with this guy and give him more opportunities, knowing that he has often been hurt in your lineup? So it is, I think there are more questions than answers coming into 2026 because you still have to figure out, like I said yesterday, who's in and who's out.
So Splashback Deuce, he asked an interesting question. I saw him ask this yesterday as well. He says, why can't they get used to being in and out of the lineup? It's a great question. I think the players can get used to that if that's the role that you have for them. My comments are more in line with, can you properly evaluate, if you're the Cardinals, somebody like Jordan Walker if you have him in a platoon role? That's where my question comes in. And maybe you can. What Splashback Deuce is asking in the snake pit is, hey, can the players get used to that? Absolutely. I'm saying, can you properly evaluate and develop them? I am assuming you want Jordan Walker to be a full-time player, no?
Yeah.
So if you do, then can you properly evaluate him if he's in a platoon? That's just to clarify.
So here's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go right back to the last offseason because that's really where the Cardinals screwed everything up. It just is. The more I watch this unfold right now, the more I go back and think to myself, what was ownership / Mo really thinking? Because they came out with their press conference. We're revamping the farm system. We're upgrading all these systems. We're adding a pitching lab. We're doing all of this stuff. We're going to give runway to our young players. We're going to trade away some, we're not bringing Goldie back. But apart from that, they did nothing. And I don't mean like signing guys, but they made no room for their young guys. They couldn't trade Arenado with the no-trade clause. They couldn't trade Miles Michaelis, or they wouldn't. I'm not sure which one it was. If they wouldn't, then that's really bad. But they had all these guys blocking players, including Contreras at first base. I like Wilson Contreras. I do. I like him. I think he's fiery. I think he's a good Cardinal, all this stuff. But he's in the way. Because he's a player that when you're actually time to win again, he's not going to be relevant. Mm-hmm. Not in the way that he is right now. So if I'm the Cardinals, you should have played hardball and said to Nolan Arenado, listen, man, we're just going to DFA you then. Like, if you don't take this trade to the Astros, we're just going to DFA you. Cool. We're paying you anyways. We're not getting offense out of you. We're getting great defense. And I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but you're blocking what we need to do. So either expand your list of teams or we're going to put you on the waiver wire and then anybody can pick you up if they choose to. Wilson, same thing for you. Sonny Gray, you too. Yeah, I would have held on to Sonny Gray because you don't have that depth in the rotation. And I probably would have held on to Michaelis and all that stuff. In hindsight, I wouldn't have, but back then I would have because you didn't have the depth that you thought you might have in the rotation. So why not just leave that alone and see what happens throughout the season? Kind of like McGreevy pushing his way in.
Yeah, that's like, what they did. That was the
that
plan.
Kind of thing.
Right.
But the other guys, man, cut bait. Like, that's it. We're done. And then after this year, Carey, you're 100% correct. My number one trade chip is Lars Nootbaar, and I'm calling the Dodgers. You know why? Every time I hear anybody from the Dodgers organization talk about Lars Nootbaar, they love him.
Yeah.
Davey Roberts talking about Lars Nootbaar. What a player that guy is. But, okay, Davey, he can be yours.
Right.
And your number one player loves him, too. They're buddies.
Yeah.
Shohei loves him some Newt.
Yep. So give us Mookie Betts. We'll call it a deal.
Well, he's just a utility player. I want more than that.
Oh, gosh.
Right, Carey?
You need pitching back.
Well, whatever.
All the pitching.
Whatever. But I'm just saying, for
I'm
me,
in for that.
Shohei.
the Cardinals' problems go right back to last offseason. It looked pretty for a while. There was some lipstick on the pig for the first couple of months because they were exceeding some expectations, I guess. But
Yeah.
now it's reared its ugly head. And what did you get from it? You're still in the same freaking spot. You don't really, like, Burleson's an everydayer. Where? Well, I don't know, but we'll find a spot for him. Where's Donovan playing? Maybe second base.
Jamie, you know this because this dates back to Stalter and Rivers days. I said the Cardinals have to start during off seasons eliminating questions.
They didn't.
And all they do is add more questions and more questions and more questions every single
Well, they
offseason.
talked about runway.
And that's where they're at now.
They talked about runway.
Damn your runway.
The runway couldn't happen because Contreras was blocking Burley at first.
I can't take off. There's a jumbo jet in front of me.
And then Burley was blocking Walker in right field.
Yeah.
Arenado blocking Gorman, Sajasi, or now Weatherholt at third base. Like, if you want to speed up this retool, you got to get rid of some of the baggage.
Yeah. Amen. Well said, Jamie.
That's my thoughts.
Welcome back. RG3 says the Browns are setting up Shedeur Sanders to fail. I would argue that the Browns are setting up most people to fail just by being the Browns. But does RG3 have a point with
Yeah,
Shedeur
he got a
specifically? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Listen up, St. Louis. Jamie Rivers here. I want to talk to you about a great investment, and that investment is farmland. And I can tell you honestly, I had never thought about investing into farmland. But then I got talking to AgVest founder Chris Bronner about it. We had a meeting here at Hubbard Radio. He was just describing, the advantages of it. And some of the famous people that have done that exactly are Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Shad Khan. We know him as the owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They've all invested in farmland. Why? Because there's steady returns with long-term growth and real stability. Even when the market is up and down all around, such an anxiety-ridden roller coaster, don't worry about it. Farmland stays consistent, and every year it appreciates in value. So that's obviously a great thing as well. And AgVest has been doing it for 14 years. They've been leading financial institutions to manage over $900 million in farmland, and they're licensed in 10 states. And if you own farmland, give AgVest a call too. They can help maximize the value of your farmland with full service management from sourcing and diligence to rent and tenant selection. All you have to do to get involved in any of this is call my guy, Chris Bronner, at 618-520-7022. That's 618-520-7022, or you can always visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land. Ain't making it anymore.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals are off today, but they'll take on the Chicago Cubs tomorrow at Busch Stadium. First pitch tomorrow is at 7:15. Matthew Boyd on the mound for the Cubs. Michael McGreevy will take the mound for the Cardinals. We just talked some Cardinals. If you missed that segment, or if you missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at Londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. RG3 said that the Browns are basically setting up Shedeur Sanders to fail. Said Shedeur Sanders is being set up to fail in Cleveland, but God's got him showing out even with limited reps. My take on this is that he's a fifth-round pick. He's being treated like a fifth-round pick.
Was he really a fifth-round pick, though?
I would say yes, because that's what he was.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
But even in Cleveland, they
Did
took
anybody
Dylan
actually
Gabriel
see him
before
being a fifth-round pick?
Nobody saw him being a fifth-round pick, no.
So I think that's what RG3's going off of. I think RG3's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I listen to a lot of things he says, and some of the things are a little outlandish. Mm-hmm. And it comes from a spot of like spite. He's angry. I don't know what he's angry at, Carey, but he seems kind of angry at the NFL. And maybe because of the way his career ended. I don't know. But Shedeur Sanders, I think he feels like he was much better than a fifth rounder, and so therefore should be higher on the depth chart and setting him up to be like the future of the franchise. Where I haven't watched any Cleveland Browns training camp footage. I'm not going to pretend I have, but I can't imagine that organization, as bad as it is, I can't imagine that coaching staff overlooking a guy on purpose just to prove a point.
Yeah, why?
I have no idea.
That wouldn't make any sense.
I think because I think Louis Riddick said something similar, that they're setting him up because he's not, with the first team, not getting those reps, not getting as many opportunities in practice, and then he's not a first team. Yeah, but you're thrown into that situation, and so, but your job as a professional athlete is to perform. Regardless of the circumstances, you're a fifth-round draft pick, an undrafted rookie, whatever the situation is, you're on an NFL team. You have an opportunity to play in the preseason. You have an opportunity to showcase your talents, not just for the Cleveland Browns, but for 31 other teams. Mm-hmm. That's what the preseason is about. It's about showcasing your talent, because even if the Cleveland Browns decide to, cut you and you don't make it through training camp and you don't make it to the practice squad or the active roster, other teams have the opportunity to watch you play, have the opportunity to watch you dissect defenses and throw the ball on time and on target, have pocket awareness, know what you're doing in that offense, and be able to say, hey, he may not be good enough for their team, but we can bring him in on our team. So if I'm Shedeur Sanders, I don't give a damn when I'm playing, where I'm playing, who I'm playing for, who's out there, whether it's the starter or the fourth quarter. I get an opportunity to play in an NFL game, and I get to showcase my talent, and I get to show everyone why I should be starting. I'm better than Joe Flacco, if that's what you believe. I'm better than Kenny Pickett. I'm better than the guy that you drafted in the third round ahead of me in Dylan Gabriel. I'm better than all of these guys, and I have the opportunity to go out here and show it. Is it going to be perfect? No. Preseason is a bleep show. It is, because you got guys that have no clue what the hell they're doing. You got guys that will not play not one game in the NFL. Some of them will never play. Some of them will never have another opportunity other than these 3 games or these first 2 games and then be cut. But it's still an opportunity to play ball. It's an opportunity to showcase your talent and your skill level. That left guard missed the block. Get out of there and make a play with your feet. Like, all of those things are on display when he gets this opportunity. And for me, complaining about it, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. You can say he's being thrown to the wolves. So what? RG3 was a first-round draft pick. and he played in a playoff game that he shouldn't have played in, and his knee got jacked up, and he was never the same. That's RG3's fault. He let the Redskins at the time talk him into playing in that game when his career was going to mean more than that one playoff game. There's nothing you can do about that. But Shedeur has an opportunity healthy. He got 2 quarterbacks that are injured on the roster now. There's a real chance that if he performs well, those 2 guys being injured, he could leapfrog those 2 guys on the depth chart and be number 2 by the end of training camp or by the end of the next couple of preseason games. So I wouldn't give a damn. Give me a chance, and I'll go play. And I'll show you that I deserve to be on this team and I deserve to have more opportunities than what you've been giving me.
To Shedeur's credit, it's not like he's the one saying any of this. I know there's a lot of talk around the NFL draft about how he handled the interviews and things like that, but nobody can really confirm that one way or another. It just seems to be talk. But everybody that is covering the Browns right now say that Shedeur is very likable. In fact, Dion wanted to visit him at one point, and Shedeur told him no. Like, hey, listen, I'm here to concentrate. You know, you coming around and stuff. There is a. Again, there are people that are covering the Browns that are saying he doesn't want to overshadow his teammates, which tells me there's some awareness there at least. Whether he learned that or not, I wonder how much of the NFL draft process was more Dion than Shedeur. Either way, Carey's absolutely right. You have an opportunity now. To me, I think it's absolutely absurd that there's some sort of sabotage going on. This is the Cleveland Browns. Have been searching for a quarterback for 25 years. For them to try to sabotage one of their 19 quarterbacks doesn't make any sense to me. But now he has an opportunity to prove that he can be the number 2 behind Joe Flacco.
Carey, quick question regarding an NFL roster, because I really have no idea how the fine print works for some of these practice squad guys, whatnot. How many quarterbacks can you roster?
You'll have 2, maybe 3 on the active roster.
What happens to Shedeur? Let's say Shedeur is 4th on the
he'll be cut.
Okay, so then anybody can pick him up.
Oh,
that's interesting.
He'll be cut, and he can be put on the practice squad. Which, if you're on the practice squad, that means any team can pull you off of a team's practice squad, but they have to activate you for at least 3 games. At least that's what it was. But you can be on the practice squad. Or you can be cut outright and nobody picks you up. But that's what I'm saying. If you ball, somebody's going to look at that and say, hell, we need this person on our team.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity to play. I'll give a quick example of me. I was moved to tailback the night before our preseason game versus the Miami Dolphins. I've been playing fullback the entire training camp. And the coach said, hey, you're going to play running back tomorrow. Oh, okay, cool. 16 carries, 85 yards. Give me the damn ball. I know exactly what I'm doing because I paid attention to what my running back is. I know the passing assignments. I know the pass routes. I know what route I'm supposed to be. I know who I'm supposed to be blocking, and I know where I'm supposed to be running. I know all of that because I pay attention to what's going on around me. It's not – I have to be locked in even if I'm not getting reps at that position. Quarterback, you have to still take mental reps. I think he's going to be fine. I would be happy to be the starting quarterback for the preseason opener for the Cleveland Browns with an opportunity to show everyone in that facility, everyone in Cleveland, everyone watching, all of my teammates, and every single one of those teams that passed over me multiple times throughout the NFL draft that are looking for a quarterback. Talking to you, New Orleans Saints, dummies, you would be happy. They will see what he does. You would be happy to have me on your roster. So it's an opportunity. I don't give a damn about, they're setting them. That's a weak-ass mentality. I get a chance to ball, I'm going to ball, and I'll show y'all why y'all should have drafted me and why I should be starting.
But it's an interesting situation for the Cleveland Browns here, too, because I will be curious to see if it's close between him and whoever they have at 3, if they just automatically go, you know what, we're going to roll the dice on Shedeur. We're going to roster him so that we don't lose him, so that we don't have some other team swoop in and take him because we're okay without quarterback X and Y because we're like, they'll never see a snap in the NFL. But with Shedeur, we're not sure yet. Like, if I'm Cleveland, I would protect him for the first year, have him on the practice squad, doing the 3rd team, 2nd team reps, all that stuff, just to see where he ends up by mid to end season. But if I'm a team that's actively scouting for quarterbacks and I see Shedeur Sanders go on the waiver wire or the cut list or free agency, the Saints especially, maybe somebody else who doesn't have a quarterback that balled out like they thought in training camp, I'd scoop them up. I mean, the talent is there. The interview sucked, and his preparation apparently wasn't what it should be, but the talent itself is there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. What's trending is next.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending, brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, I want to talk Little League World Series. South Carolina walks off the defending Little League World Series champions, the group from Lake Mary, Florida, down 4-2 in the bottom of the sixth. With 2 outs and bases loaded, Brady Westbrook hit a 3-run double to left field to send South Carolina to Williamsport. That is a great story, I believe. However, that's not the story that I want to talk about today. There's another story that really has Jamie Rivers riled up as it pertains to the Little League World Series.
Yeah, let's go back a couple of days ago. I don't know when the game was. I saw the video footage a couple of days ago, so take it for what it's worth. But Oklahoma was playing against another team. I just remember Oklahoma because the Oklahoma team, they were on second base, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, early in the game, the second base umpire throws his hands up, calls timeout, and calls all of the other umpires in to talk. Then he calls in the coach of the Oklahoma team to talk. Apparently, he figured out or saw or thinks that he saw an Oklahoma player standing on second, stealing signs from the catcher and notifying his teammate. They go back and show the video. The kid's on second. He does a little arm waggle, whatever. Does it a few times. And so the ump calls time. They put everybody back out. Game goes on. A couple innings later, two different pitchers later, Oklahoma's got a guy on second base. All of a sudden, the arm waggle starts again. Umpire throws his hands up again. Same guy. Calls everybody in. Calls in the coach for the Oklahoma team. And then they removed the one player from the game. I didn't see if they replaced him with a guy or if they called him out or whatever they did. But I'm sitting here watching this going, okay, I understand it's Little League baseball. I get it. But it's also the top tier Little League baseball for that age bracket. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember playing on my Little League World Series team up in Canada. And it was all the best players from, like, the Eastern Ontario. All the best players on one team. So it was like several different cities, and you played on that team. So for Oklahoma or whoever they're playing, it's not just like a recreational game here. You're playing, like, for real. Like, the next step is some of these kids are going to be committing to college soon because you're allowed to commit early, whatever it is. They can do that. We're calling a game because of stealing signs. Like, I understand the sportsman-like part of it, but part of it, to me, too, it's a teaching tool. If I'm the coach or the catcher that's getting the signs stolen, I'm like, okay, guys, 1 means 2, 2 means 3, and 4 means 1. That's right. We just changed the signals. That's it. We're done here.
Or we're going on second sign. Or
a second sign, third sign, whatever it is, you correct the behavior.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what to be more ticked off at. 1, the kid getting the sign stolen and the coach not fixing it. 2, the second base umpire who's taking the game way too seriously, calling a stoppage twice in one game.
It's my game.
Or 3, are you upset at the kid for stealing the signs, which I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I said to you guys in the office, I'm like, it's like if you're playing Little League football or whatever, and the quarterback is telling you basically where he's going to pass the ball every time because he's staring at that guy or even pointing at him, and you intercept the ball. That's unsportsmanlike. You knew where he was passing. Well, yeah, because he's a fool. So, what do you guys think?
I think it happens, again, like you said, in all sports. I think when you're on defense and you hear a call that you heard before and audible, you're like, yep, that's a run to the right. It's not a secret. We're going to tell everybody. We know what it is. I think they're trying to protect the integrity of the game. They don't want, kids feeling like, oh, this is acceptable and you can cheat, quote, air quotes. But yeah, I think I agree with Jamie. I think if you are unable to decide or keep your signals hidden, change them. Mm-hmm. Like, give them something different. Now they have a false signal. Now they're telling their teammate that it's something, and it's a fastball that's zipping by them. They thought it was a curveball. Like, it's okay. They're playing the game. Both sides begin to play the game. You have to learn how to counterattack what they're doing to you. So, it's adversity, but I think when you just say, "Oh, it's unfair. We're not going to do." Should the kid be giving his teammates a sign? Hell yeah. Oh, I'm trying to win.
Well, the text line here, a lot of them saying that it's actually in the Little League rule book that you can't steal signs.
Well, then change the rule.
But my argument is, like, on the video that I watched, the one kid does the wing flap like he's trying to tell him it's a fastball, but it was a breaking ball. And the kid sits on the pitch and it's a strike. So if he's not reading the signs correctly, is he really helping his team?
No, he's not. I mean, if you're the umpire, though, you turn around. Why don't you just turn around to the kid and say, "Hey,
don't do that.
I
see what you're doing,
son.
Don't see what you're doing. I don't like it.
I don't want to throw you out. Don't do that." And then in between innings, you go up to the coach and say, "Hey, listen, number 9 was giving signs. Just want to give you a heads up on it so you can address it. Next time, we got to kick him out." That's it. And Sweet Voice James, who is an umpire, chimed in. He goes, "The umpire injected himself into a game when unnecessary, softball and or baseball. As an umpire who is called the Little League, they removed that rule from the book."
Oh.
So,
all right.
There's that element as well.
So, anyways, I was so fascinated by it. I dug in and I was like, whatever. I thought all's fair, especially Little League World Series. Like, do better, catcher.
Just don't have a pitcher that is 17 years old pitching against 12-year-olds.
Like that, that's more frowned upon.
Waterboy also brings up an interesting point. Maybe the kid farted.
And he was waving it off.
Could be.
Which is honestly kind of respectful.
Probably had the burrito at lunch. You never know.
If it were, I don't know if it's illegal or legal, whatever. If it were me and I was on the other side of things and their team was stealing my signs, I'm annoyed, but I'm going right to my catcher and say, "Hey, listen, these flea bags are stealing our signs. We're going, like you said, we're changing things up.
Whatever.
This inning, it's going to be the second. It's going to be the second pitch. Next inning, it's going to be the fourth pitch. Whatever it is. Like, I'm annoyed, but I'm using it as an opportunity. We've all coached at the youth level. I mean, there are sometimes. I mean, even when I'm doing the flag football games, like sometimes you're supposed to give a little bit of grace in terms of yardage. There's a team last year that got right up on our center, and the refs weren't calling. I'm like, all right, well, now I'm going to make an adjustment and beat the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Not the kids.
No, I know what you meant.
The adult coach.
Oh, you're going to, or the team is going to play good.
Yeah, they outscore
you're going to.
No, he meant what he said.
"Quote unquote."
I'm going to
beat the hell out of you.
I said something to the coach. I said something to the coach.
He said,
I'm trying to make it sound better.
He said what he said.
I said,
hey, if you want to make it to work tomorrow, back off the line of scrimmage.
No. I just said to the.
And then he sent us a group text and said, "This is my location." And we were like, "Yeah, see you shortly."
I basically did the Jamie Carey bat signal. Like, "Hey, this is where I'm at." No, I just said to the coach, "Hey, they got to back up."
I did that one time.
You did?
I told another coach, I said, "Here's the deal. You're going to have to go to work tomorrow with a broken nose and maybe a broken jaw."
Right.
I don't. I'm okay. So I was like,
"Stop what you're doing.
If this is worth it to you, then please proceed. Otherwise,
you guys
stop the crap."
Right.
You guys are crazy, man.
Oh, shut up, Carey.
I did the same thing. I did the same thing. That's why we were going through the handshake line, and they called a timeout. Like, they were up like 30, 40 points. They called a timeout and threw a fade. And we were going through the handshake line, and I literally grabbed the coach's hand and would not let him go. And I mean, you don't leave until I allow you to leave. I wouldn't let him go. And I said, that wasn't nice. And that was uncalled for. You probably should never do that again. And I literally, he's trying to, we're not done talking. We're still talking.
Sit, boy. Sit.
If I see you
can
again.
go now.
Yeah.
Carey's looking for it. He called me at 3 a.m. once. You need any help? No, I'm good, Carey. I'm home now.
He almost beat up my father in our parking lot.
Yeah, you almost beat up a parking attendant at Enterprise.
Yeah. I mean,
Brandon was a
So I thought,
Carey's
anyway,
crazy.
Hey, one quick thing before we go here, guys. My brother, as you guys know, you guys have met him, whatnot.
Sean.
He had, my brother Sean had a huge moment this past weekend. He ran in a Canadian triathlon Ironman.
Nice.
And so,
By Black Sabbath.
yeah, no.
Yes.
Although they should have been playing that when he crossed the finish line. But ordinarily, it's a race that was scheduled for 17 hours. So he started at 6:04 in the morning. He dove in the water in Canada and was swimming out there for, I think it was like 3 or 4 miles. And then he was on the bike for 7 hours and then 42-mile marathon to finish it off. And he finished in 15 hours and 3 seconds.
Wow. And it was a 17. It's set up to be a 17.
Set up. Like obviously, there's the pros that are crushing this at like 11, 12 hours, but these are guys that are 25 to 30 years old.
This is his first one.
He's 54 years old. That's the first one he's ever run.
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
It was cool.
Sean.
It was cool for
Proud of
Sean.
you, buddy.
So congrats to you.
Yeah, definitely. Good call. All right, it's Fast Line on 101 ESPN. For those demanding a little blues talk.
What?
Yeah. Let's get into those blue notes.
Well said.
Thank you. Who stays and who goes for... Listen, we'll cross this blues segment right off, Jamie.
Go ahead, Anthony.
No, I don't want to.
That's
I want to
what I
talk.
thought.
Who stays, who goes for the Blues after the 2025-2026 season? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Guys, it is time to head into Diamonds Direct. Whatever the occasion, they have got you covered. If you are thinking about popping the question, now would be a great time. Because right now, over at Diamonds Direct, they got an amazing deal going on. If you buy an engagement ring, you will get the wedding band for free. I'm serious. A free wedding band. So if you're thinking about getting engaged, now is the time. It's always the time to get into Diamonds Direct. So it doesn't have to be you popping the question. It could be a anniversary you got coming up. She's got a birthday. Ladies, you want to go out there and spoil yourself. Fellas, they got gifts for you, too, over at Diamonds Direct. I'm talking about everything from $500 gifts to once-in-a-lifetime treasures. They are all there in the building over at Diamonds Direct. And over at Diamonds Direct, there is no nonsense, okay? It's none of that stuff. It's just quality diamonds at a price that you can afford and actually feel good about. You need to check these guys out. You need to get into the showroom. Check them out online first. Go to diamondsdirect.com, but the showroom is at Olive and 270 at City Place. Get in there. You're going to love it. It's Diamonds Direct.
3:04, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. It's the Fast Line on 101 at ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Appreciate you being tuned in today. Where do new Blues Pius Suter, Nick Bjugstad fit in the lineup? Well, they asked, and they, meaning the Athletic and our guy Jeremy Rutherford, asked Jim Montgomery that question after signing both. And one of the things that Bjugstad said is, I have a similar perspective as Pius as far as the Blues were a lot different team in the second half of the season. We were watching the standings, and we were like, they won't lose. We played them our last game, and there was no room on the ice. They were playing playoff hockey, and it was clear they were ready to take on the Jets. When you play a team like that, you know where things in the locker room are. That being said, and they usually start with coaching staff. It sounds like the culture is really good, and that definitely had a huge stake in me making my decision to go to St. Louis. So Jamie, where do you think Pius Suter and Nick Bjugstad wind up being in this lineup, and how do things kind of fit the way Jim Montgomery wants? Yeah,
so learning more and more about Pius Suter, talking to several people and talking to people within the Canucks organization, he's labeled as one of the smartest hockey players out there. He's not extremely fast, but he's so intelligent that he always seems to be in the right place at the right time. So that being said, I think there's going to be a little bit of a center ice battle between Braden Shen and Pius Suter. But Jim Montgomery's going to have some difficult decisions because last year when Holloway, Shen, and Kyrou were aligned, they were the most productive line on the team. No matter how good Thomas ended up playing throughout the season and Booch and kind of recovering and doing all that stuff, that line was almost unstoppable for a really long period of time. So how do you not go back to that? How do you not say, let's run it back with that line because it looked really good?
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see how Monty and Steve Ott and the coaching staff attack the particular lineup when it comes to second and third line center. But either way, I think that Pius Suter is going to be a 18 to 24 goal scorer. He had 25 last year. Do I think that's a regular thing? I don't know. Time will tell. I think the Blues are going to be deeper than what the Canucks were last year, so that means probably less opportunity, although he is a really good net front presence. He's not a big guy, though, so we'll see how that works out. But again, they love his hockey IQ, and so I think he's going to get opportunities. He's certainly going to be killing a lot of penalties, for sure. They know that he's really good at that. Does that translate to goals? No, not really, but it translates to ice time and value for that player. So I think that what the Blues have done with Suter is picked up a really good all-around player. Like Army talked about, that 200-foot scorer. If you can score 20 goals and you're a number one penalty killer, that's a 200-foot scoring player.
Yeah.
And so where he fits as far as second or third line center, who cares at this point? Mm-hmm. That'll get sorted out come preseason and training camp. Now, Bjugstad's a little interesting because I think you're going to have a battle between Bjugstad and Oscar Sundqvist for that fourth line centerman position. A lot of projections that I've seen have Bjugstad like on right wing on the third line. I just don't see it. There's nothing against Bjugstad. He's a huge guy, seems to be a great teammate, all those things, but his production, boys, was way down last year. Only 8 goals on a Utah team that was not great. So if you're not on a great team and you're not getting a lot of opportunity to score goals and you're not scoring goals, you're probably not a scorer.
I would think so.
He averaged 12-19 on ice per game, which means he's a fourth-line player. The year before, though, which is puzzling, in Arizona, he had 22 goals. But then he had 4, 13, 7, 6, 1. Like, he's never, in 2017, 2018, 19 goals, and then never even came close to 20 goals again until 2 years ago, but then dropped again. So if I'm looking at the formula tells me he's probably like a 10-goal scorer. Especially when it comes time to, as far as ice time, because the year before he averaged almost 17 and a half minutes per game on the ice. He was down over 5 minutes per game on a Utah team that was not great. Mm-hmm. They were feisty and whatnot, but they weren't great. So I think Bjugstad falls into the category of fourth-line player, and that would be at the center ice position. But you have Toropchenko and Walker, who I think should be fixtures on that fourth line. Like, we saw what they were capable of doing last year. It's kind of sad you lost Radek Foxy because, man, that was a great combination, those three. But I think you can kind of redo that with Bjugstad or Sundqvist in center ice position. I just don't know which one it's going to be. Bjugstad gets around the ice better than Sonny, but Sonny, as we know, Monty loves him. He thinks he's one of the best defensive players that the team has. And you can move Sonny around in the lineup. He's not going to hurt you. So I could see Sonny playing right wing on that third line before Bjugstad plays right wing on that third line. Or even Sonny playing center while Schenn goes to a wing, or like, who knows what your dynamic looks like. And if Dalibor Dvorsky, for some reason, breaks camp with the Blues, it won't be at the center ice position. He'll be at a wing, so you'll need a responsible center iceman to play alongside of a player like that. Who that is it Schenn? Is it Suter? Is it Sonny? There are some decisions left to be made, that's for sure.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carey.
No, you go ahead.
Jamie, so the other aspect of this is there was a Yahoo.com article that discussed 10 St. Louis Blues players and whether or not, certain guys stay or go after the 2025-26 season. So there are 10 players with expiring contracts on the Blues. Matthew Joseph, Dylan Holloway, Alexander Texier, Toropchenko, Sundqvist, Nathan Walker, Philip Broberg, Cam Fowler, Logan Mailloux, who, of course, they just acquired, and then Matthew Kessel. I think some of these players would probably be layups in terms of being kept. Holloway is a layup. Broberg is a layup. I would assume Mailloux is.
Mailloux be a layup too, because you don't trade away a player like Zach Bolduc and then walk on a player like that.
And then you said Walker is a fixture.
I think he is, and he's only $775, and like Walks isn't. Nathan Walker's agent is not walking into Army or Steiner's office and saying, "Hey, we want a 5-year deal at $3 million a year." He's just not. Nathan Walker, although he'd like to make more than $775,000. And that's a big number for the general population. I know it's a huge number for people like us, but in the hockey world, that's league minimum.
Yeah.
I could see Army saying, "Hey, let's give this guy 2 more years at $900 a year." It keeps you cap friendly as an organization. And Walker's the type of guy to be like, "That's fine. Yeah, just keep adding to this team," because he loves being here in St. Louis. And Nathan Walker's a guy where he has way more value here for the Blues than around the league, because we know what we have in Nathan Walker, because we see him so much throughout the season, whereas a team like Anaheim may not know what the hell Nathan Walker is. They sign him for a year, then bury him in the minors because it's like, we don't really know what he is.
Right.
So Walker, being smart, would take less to stay with a team that knows what he brings to the team. So as far as some of the other moves, for me, it's either it's going to be Matthew Joseph or Texier that stays beyond this year. And the reason I say that is because, and it might not be either of them, it will all depend on the development of the young players. So if Otto Stenberg, Dalibor Dvorsky, whoever else, the Carbonneau kid, like if these guys all show upside in the next year, both of those guys will be gone.
So I was going to ask you about the Carbonneau kid. Is there, we talked about it, and I think we had Monty on, I guess, I don't remember when, right after the draft, and he mentioned that the Carbonneau kid was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Right? Is there a scenario where, he shows up and he does really well, and now you're looking at, okay, we're going to have to make those decisions a year early on Matthew Joseph or Texier?
Yeah, I don't think that's a hard decision, quite honestly. If Carbonneau shows up and completely outplays both of those players, you find a spot for him in your lineup. Like David Perron was that player where, late first-round pick, shows up, nobody really expected, he'll get his training camp, some preseason games, and all of a sudden he was here and never looked back. Never played again in minors. It was unexpected, but Carbonneau's got the frame. Right. He's a big dude, and he plays fast, and we saw what he can do against his peers. Now, that's not against NHL players.
Right.
Like, he's not out there. He wasn't out there against Colton Parayko. He wasn't out there battling, some of the bigger players and playing against guys like Schenn, who are strong, and Kyrou, who's fast, and Thomas, who's, all-around unbelievable player. But he showed out as the best player at prospect camp for the Blues, which means he's at the top of the food chain for young players heading into training camp. Now, he's going to have to do an awful lot to unseed somebody. But if he outplays Texier, Joseph, Sundqvist, like if he does, those are contracts that Army would be willing to bury in the minors or waive guys. Now, do I think he'd automatically make the team? No, I think he'll get his 9 games.
Right.
Because you'll want to see, can he actually keep this going? And if he does, then you've got some tough decisions to make. But overall, I think it would be another year before you see a Carbonneau like really in the conversation.
Would it be a situation where if you're looking at these two guys and you're looking at these 3 players, Texier, Joseph, and Carbonneau, and you're saying all things are equal, or Carbonneau is just a little bit below, we'll still go with the younger guy because his upside is much higher?
No,
than
the other way around.
Really?
The other way around, yeah, because so Army has a saying. He says, well, the players don't always fail the team fails the player. And this is the one thing that is the top of the list in that category, is moving the player along too quickly.
Got you.
So you'd rather go through some speed bumps and some heartache with maybe some inconsistent play from Joseph and Texier, because they're not your players to develop.
Right.
You brought them in to try and help you continue to move forward in this retool. But if Carbonneau comes up, let's say he's 15, 20 games into the season, Carey, and you can't play him.
Yeah.
He's playing 7-8 minutes a game because defensively he's become a liability. The game's moving pretty quick for him. He has lost his confidence.
Right.
He's not shooting the puck. What have you done to that player?
Right.
You failed the player at that point. He's better off to go back to Quebec Junior League and light it up and be another one of the top 3 players in the league again. And then
confidence.
You sign him, and he comes to your team when his season's over. He either comes to the Blues or he goes to the American League team, gets some playoff games, hopefully at the end of the season there, and then you set him up for success moving forward.
It's Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. We have NFL 4 Downs coming up next. Now, we do have the part 1 of the Sports Six-Pack coming up at the bottom of the hour, so feel free to get in those questions now to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. We got NFL 4 Downs next.
Well, with over 2 decades of family ownership and operation, I can tell you firsthand that my friends over at E&B Granite, they are St. Louis's trusted name when it comes time for renovations. Whether it's a kitchen, a bathroom, or how about that outdoor living space? Yes, E&B Granite offers, an amazing selection of custom countertops. A lot of places you walk in, they have those little sample sizes. You kind of get an idea of what it is, but not a full idea, and then maybe you're disappointed later on. E&B Granite, they have all the countertops in the back. You can walk the aisles back there. You can see the patterns. You can see all this. You can touch and see exactly what's going on. They got something for everyone. I can promise you that. They've also got great patterns and styles and for cabinets and flooring and everything that you need. And really, the best part about it is the in-house design staff. Go down there, visit them at 6135 Manchester Ave. Walk in, tell them what you're trying to accomplish. That's what I did. I walked in and said, hey, I'm trying to redo my kitchen. I'm not really sure what's going on here. The in-house design staff did an amazing job of mapping it all out for me. And then the installers were fantastic. It was a beautiful kitchen. Thrilled with what happened with E&B Granite. So you can get down there in person or give them a call. Book an appointment. And that way you know you're sure you're going to be able to talk to somebody that's going to help you. That number is 314-645-9300. That's 314-645-9300. You can always visit enbgranite.com for more information. Remember, E&B Granite, luxury for less for Missouri and Illinois.
for NFL 4 downs here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Hit it, Marshy.
First down.
All right, gentlemen, Micah Parsons and Terry McLaurin's holdouts have drawn more media attention, but James Cook is also in a contract dispute with the Bills. If Cook's holdout drags into the season, what's the impact on the Buffalo Bills with Super Bowl aspirations?
Damn good question.
Carey, your thoughts?
Not great.
This is a tough one because, Carey, you've brought this up before. James Cook, while a key component for the Bills offensively, he just watched as Kyron Williams signed, a
3-year, $33 million.
So James Cook and his agent could be like, okay, well, that's what we want. But Kyron Williams is a 3-down back. James Cook is not. He's more of a 2-down back who's, again, very important to the offense, but then you start to see that shuttle of, that rotation coming in of all their other backs. He's valuable, but I'm sure the Bills don't, and Bills don't have any cap space, by the way. I'm sure the Bills don't want to pay him like Kyron Williams. So I could see this one being more complicated than people think.
Well, I think James Cook is actually going to eventually get paid because they don't really have anyone to replace him. They don't have a running back that can take the place of what he's done. He had over 1,000 yards last year, and for that offense, he is their lead back. He's not a big back. He does have good speed. He does catch the ball out of the backfield really well. The pass blocking issue part of it is also, something I think he does okay. But he is a guy that you need in that offense. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, your leading running back is who? Josh Allen. And you don't want him running the ball. We talked about that over the past couple of years, not putting your quarterback in that position to have to be your lead rusher. James Cook understands, and his agent understand where they are, what they are to this team right now, and who they have behind them. And you're really holding the Bills over. You're going to take what you can get because they are at a disadvantage. The Bills are, in my opinion. I think James Cook is in a great spot right now to get paid. Will it happen? Yeah, I think so.
Guys, can I ask you a real quick question? You started off with the Micah Parsons talk, and I'm sure you guys have talked about this. But did you see what Jerry Jones said, I believe, yesterday? About... No? Okay.
Go ahead, Marshy.
Go ahead, Marshy.
Second down.
Well, speaking of Micah Parsons, who caves first? Is it Jerry Jones?
Let me tell you a story about Derrick Henry.
Glad to have you back, Jimmy.
We're working through this, guys. Marshy,
good,
as
man.
you were,
It's good to
please.
see those glasses are working. Who caves first? Is it Jerry Jones or Parsons and his agent, or is the better money on the situation not having a happy resolution?
So, guys, I was watching Jerry Jones yesterday, I believe it was. And he said the craziest stuff ever. Like, he basically said Micah Parsons not going to be on the field at all for, like, the preseason game, which is not outlandish because, whatever.
All starters don't
But then
play.
went on to basically say, like, he wants to negotiate with Micah Parsons and just remove the agent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to talk to the agent at all. And until he just wants to talk to me, we're ready. We want to sign him. Mm-hmm. We won't sign him.
Right.
Just don't talk to his agent. I want Micah in the room with me. We're going to sign him.
That seat's taken.
That's really good, honestly. That's a good Jerry Jones.
Thank you, guys. Working on that. Not much else to do.
And because he did the handshake deal with whoever to buy the Cowboys 4 decades ago. So he now wants the handshake deals with players. That's why you have an agent, so you don't have to work with the owner who's trying to get you for nothing.
He tried to do the same thing with Tony Romo. Actually,
and Dak.
Tony Romo told a story of, like, Jerry's talking to him, like, in the off season, this and that, talked about a certain number of this, that, and he, like, shook hands with him. Mm-hmm. And said, okay, deal. And Romo's like, no deal. Like, what are you talking about?
That's what he did to Micah Parsons. He had him up to his office to talk about leadership. Next thing you know, they're shaking hands. And Micah Parsons leaving thinking, okay, well, my agent will talk to Jerry Jones. Will be good here. And instead, Jerry Jones is like, put it together. Here's a contract. That's your deal.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I think it's going to get done. I think the Cowboys, Jerry Jones, they have to find a way to make an NFC championship game bare minimum at some point. It's been 30 plus years since they've been in that game. Like, you have to find a way to make it to that level, and it's been a while. It's been a while since you've seen that, since you've been there. You have some of the pieces in place. I told you, I think the Cowboys are going to be a really good team this year. The addition of George Pickens just does something for me because I've watched that young man play football, and he plays at an extremely high level, and I think he's best suited to be a number 2 receiver next to CeeDee Lamb. I think it's going to be dynamic. I think Dak is going to have an outstanding year. I don't really give a damn who's running the ball, but I do give a damn who's rushing the passer on the other side. And if Micah Parsons isn't rushing the passer, then all of the money you paid CD, all of the money you paid Dak, you just wasted it because you need to pay Micah as well in order for this team to even reach, the levels that you expect them to.
3rd down.
Gentlemen, NFL Network's Ian Rappaport reports Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford is dealing with an aggravated disc in his back. If Stafford has an injury-plagued season, which NFC West team is most poised to take advantage?
We already know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
I
if
think
we
I
do.
know who it is.
Arizona Cardinals.
Oh,
my God,
boy.
Carey.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing here? Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, huh?
You watch that kid play?
Yeah.
He's
Several
special.
years now I've watched him play.
Special.
How much have they won?
Special.
Yes.
How much have they won?
Not much.
What's your guy there under center?
He's special.
Yeah, he's special, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
To the point of talking about Matthew Stafford, having a back problem for me is scary, right? Because you don't know how well you can respond from it, how long it's going to hurt. I mean, if you've ever hurt your back and you're a professional athlete, I had a back doctor tell me, because I was in there for disc issues and vertebrae and all of this spinal stuff. He's like, yeah, I can do surgery. I'm just going to tell you, man, it's a 50-50 chance it might not work. Like, what?
Wow.
What'd you say there, Doc?
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a
Could you
chance.
imagine being a doctor? Like, that's a good route
Might
to
as well
go.
be a weatherman at that point.
Well, we got to be 50-50. Yeah, it's just backs.
I appreciated it because he could have just did the
baseball.
surgery and been like, just baseball. And just been like, oh, well, you had a 50-50 chance. But he told me, hey, might work, might help you,
Yeah.
might not. Can't really tell.
Sweet.
Backs are tricky like that. So if Matthew Stafford is dealing with a back issue, that's a bit concerning because he hasn't taken a snap yet.
No.
I think Sean McVay mentioned that it was a spinal doctor that he's going to see. So now we're looking at something that we're not just talking about football. We're talking about quality of life. You want to be able to walk away and play with your children, if your grandchildren. You want to be able to have a life with your family once you get done playing this game. Mm-hmm. And if you're dealing with a spinal issue that could potentially, cut some of that short, the ability to do some of those things, that's something you want to mess around with. So I think this may be a bigger issue than they're letting on.
Oh, I completely
with
agree.
Matthew Stafford.
This is what I said last week. I go, something's going on here with the Rams. I mean, Sean McVay last week was hyping up Jimmy Garoppolo, best backup quarterback in the league.
He's not bad.
He's fine.
He's a nice little security blanket.
Oh, sure, it's better than, having whatever the Browns have
Oh, well, who's the starter?
after Joe Flacco.
Yeah, okay, I was going to say, you better watch your mouth.
So I say the Niners. Carey
So wear a
says
little jacket one
the
day.
Cardinals, and Jamie, you're saying the Niners too.
Yes.
Okay.
How'd you guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just know.
Who's playing receiver for the Niners? And is
George
Christian
Kittle.
McCaffrey? He's a tight end.
Yeah,
Anthony.
damn right he is.
He's a real tight end, like you like him.
He's actually a real tight end. Yeah. They've got Pearsall. They've got Brandon.
Juwan
They got
Jennings.
a one-legged Brandon
I don't know when
Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk is going to be back 100% running.
That's your guy.
I like Brandon Ayuk.
I know
as
you
a
do.
number 2. He's a special guy. Some of these guys, and it's no knock against him. But if you had, Juju Smith-Schuster was that. He was a hell of a number 2 to Antonio Brown.
If Christian McCaffrey's healthy, then they coup.
Say that. What was the first word you said?
If.
Yep, there you go.
4th down.
All right, last one here, boys. The Patriots are honoring Tom Brady with a statue outside of their stadium. But will Bill Belichick receive a statue as well, and should he?
Yes.
He won't, but he should.
You don't think he will?
Not with Robert Kraft there. You kidding me?
Come on, man.
I think-
it.
Robert
So-
Kraft personally called Arthur Blank and said, "Hey, pal, don't hire him."
And you're happy for it.
Yeah.
You're thankful.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
He's actually what the Falcons need. What? They have no structure. That's a disastrous franchise.
We're not talking about the Browns anymore.
Well, kind of are, actually.
Nah, I think Raheem got
stop
it together.
it. Don't you dare put the Falcons and the Browns.
They are
Look,
nowhere near.
I will crush my own team plenty of times, but I will not sit here and
You
have
can't
you
tell me the
put
team-
the Browns and the Falcons in
You
the same
can't tell me
statement.
the team wouldn't be better off with Bill Belichick. You can't tell me they wouldn't be.
I like Raheem.
Okay, great. Yeah, as Carey would say, cool. All right, cool.
I like Raheem.
Bill Belichick. Has he got 9 Super Bowl rings in total?
And what has he done lately, though? Huh?
What?
Turning around North Carolina.
I can tell you what he's done. I can tell you what he's been doing, Carey.
Yeah, he has been doing some other
And
things.
you know what? Good for him.
We got a new song, Jamie. We
Yeah.
got a new college song. You weren't here. You missed
Chew it and do it, Carey.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah, I do know about that.
Whoa.
You want to hear our new college song?
Oh, they're trying to
We
make
got a
this
new
work.
college song. See, Anthony had a song, but
He's trying to make this
Marcia
work.
and
It doesn't work.
Marcia and I adapted it for our man, Anthony Stalter.
Okay.
It's great
I'm
to be a Central Michigan man. It's great to be a Central Michigan man. It's great
Doesn't
to
hit
be
the same.
a Central Michigan man.
You know why he's doing it, right?
Yeah.
great.
So that we don't sing the "It's great
To be
a Michigan Wolverine." It's great
No.
to be a Michigan.
They sing that at Central Michigan. He never
No,
told
they don't
us.
sing
say
that
it
at
again.
Central Michigan.
It's great to be a Central Michigan man. It's great.
Okay, so
to be
pause for a second.
a
When you
Central-
say it really fast, it doesn't sound like a Michigan man. It sounds like something else. Sing it again.
No.
Smart choice. Sports Six Pack is next on
Just
101
saying.
ESPN.
Cheap, fun. Let's get dirty, St. Louis. My friends over at Dirt Cheap got so many great things going on. I was in there this morning picking up an order from the old Kisker location. Got a couple of bottles of bourbon. They got the Buffalo Trace now is readily available. It's no longer an allocated product, so please make sure you stop by, pick up a couple of bottles. They've got them on the shelf right now over at Dirt Cheap. And I noticed a couple other things. We're going to have a big Labor Day party coming up here, so I started to stock up on some of the Fireball, some of the Pink Whitney, the little bottles. I realized to have a couple of those while you're having a good barbecue out in the sunshine. They've got a great selection of red wine, white wine, rosé wines, obviously tons of beers available. The coolers are stocked with beers and canned cocktails as well. They've got a great rewards app. I punched in my little rewards app number today, a saving immediately. You can also use the app to set up a pickup or a delivery order. And some locations, including the Kisker one, have a drive-through that you can use. So please get over to cheapcheapfunfun.com. That's the website. They're always advertising a lot of specials and things that they've got going on. Again, that's cheapcheapfunfun.com. Get over to Dirt Cheap, your one-stop party shop. Remember to have fun, but please be careful out there.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals are 5.5 games back of that final wild card spot. They have tonight off. However, they'll take on the Chicago Cubs tomorrow with Michael McGreevy on the mound going up against Matthew Boyd. First pitch is at 7:15. Coming up next, we have our Sports Six-Pack, so get your questions in to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll do part one of our six-pack next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
All right, you just heard Marsh in the Sports Center update. Get those questions in. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. With Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter, and here's Andrew Marsh with question one of our Sports Six-Pack.
Question number one.
First question comes from the 314. What happened to the crossover segment at the end of each show?
Anthony got tired of it, so he scrapped it. Station-wide. He said, you know what, guys? Nowhere in my contract does it say I need to be on air before my time slot. So therefore, I'm not doing it. I was there asking, and it only happened because it was like for 2 weeks straight he made me go in and do the crossover, and I thought, oh, he's just he needs some extra time for prep, whatnot. No, it was definitely a statement piece, and then. When COVID rolled around, we had a meeting with Tommy Mattern, and Anthony basically said, either the crossover goes or I go. It was a ballsy move, I'm not going to lie.
I remember.
You know what? And quite honestly, it was a good move.
I remember the COVID conversations being way different around here. Yeah,
what?
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Jamie, of course, is joking. I don't remember what happened to the crossover. I remember doing the crossovers, but I don't remember what happened to them.
You got to ask BK and Ferrario.
I don't know
Were
what
they still doing their show then?
No.
I do know this.
I think it's before then that they kicked it.
I do know this. It was a sponsored element, I think, and then I think that they did away with that. They changed the time slots on everybody's show. Remember the whole shuffle?
Yeah.
And I do know this. The crossover is fun. Come in, kind of shoot the breeze a little bit. Mm-hmm. But there were times where you'd kind of, for lack of better words, cannibalize some of your own stuff. Because, like, if you came in on the heels of, like, the morning show, for me, they'd ask me something about the Blues, like, right away. What do you think about the Blues? And we already have that. Our first segment is on the Blues. So, right. Or if, like, for BT, when he came in, talking about the Cardinals. Or for you, you came in, talking about the NFL. And, like, so not that it was a massive, like, thing, but I just think that, I think it's better without it.
Yeah.
Don't you guys?
Yeah, I do too. I mean, when you look at, Jamie hit on it. If it was sponsored, we'd also be doing it. If not, you kind of get to the point where you're like, does this work still? Does it not? You often had to watch the clock to figure out who was going to go in first and all that. And yeah, they just did away with it.
Yeah.
But
after you complained, of course.
After I complained, yeah. Darth 007 says, did everyone receive their sweet tickets produced for the pit from 101.1 The Fast Lane? I don't remember that.
What?
You got sweet tickets?
What sweet tickets?
To what? Splashback Deuce also says, I took out Teach Us Tuesday and True or Poo. True or Poo is just different. We just rename it.
We did. But I don't know what these sweet tickets are.
I don't either. Marshy?
Question number two.
This one comes from Slinger. Relative to the difficulty of their respective sports, who had a worse season, the Cardinals or St. Louis City SC?
Wow, that's a good question.
That's a really good question. Now, I think City SC had a worse season just based on the fact that they barely won any games and barely scored any goals.
Is the season over?
No, not yet.
But
so you're saying
it feels
there's a
like
chance. So that's kind of where I am with it is
Nah,
I don't.
it's got to be City.
I think it's got to be City, especially.
They got 4 wins.
They fired a coach again in the middle. They lost some players. They tried to transfer portal some guys, whatever the hell they call that, some signings, and that didn't work out. It's like, eesh.
At any point, did St. Louis City SC play for a stretch like the Cardinals did in May?
No.
Okay.
I mean, not with 4 wins.
That got everybody kind of horny, am I right?
Yeah. Well, out of 24 games, the record is 4-6-14. They got a minus 16 goal differential. They're second last in their conference.
And those 16 losses,
How much
14
though?
losses, or 14 are the losses. They do the draws second.
Correct.
So 4 wins, 6 draws,
14
losses.
Yes, correct.
I don't care about their draws. They can wear whatever draws they want. Question for you guys.
Go ahead.
How much, though, do you have to factor in that Busch Stadium is empty and Energizer Park filled to the gills with people standing up?
How many people does Energizer Park hold?
Like
Either way, it's
19?
beating Busch Stadium.
Is it 19?
I don't think it's that
12?
much. I think it's like
12,000?
12,000 passionate fans
I mean,
that
there's
are
probably
standing up
been
the whole time.
more people at
Been a lot of things going on at Energizer
City
Park here
games.
recently.
What do you mean?
Just check the internet. You'll see.
Oh,
I didn't see anything.
22,000.
oh,
22,000.
They have
You
more
guys are
than,
way off.
they have more than
423.
some Cardinal games.
There you go.
Well, they outdrew the Cardinals consistently, I would think.
I'm just looking at their scoreboards, and there are a lot of zeros.
Jamie, they're
Nils.
trying.
Nil. A lot of nil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say that the Cardinals. I was like I said, growl.
It's like Anthony's stomach yesterday.
Yeah, I had,
Did you have the boiler
dude,
going?
He had something.
I was eating. No, it wasn't
Sure that was his stomach?
It was close.
It wasn't that.
The product of his
It
stomach.
sounded like something came up. It was so loud. I thought it was me.
I was.
I looked down.
Our breaks aren't that long, so I was shoveling my food down like I was a prisoner, as always.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you eat quickly, you gotta clear it out. You gotta get a burp going or something like
Well, you
that.
created a little gas bubble because you're trying to
did.
breathe and eat at the same time.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
did not, and we came back, and I started talking,
And it just came out?
It went burp.
That happened to me. I
Yeah.
don't think Carey was here that day. I was talking. I was like in the middle of something. I was like, the hell was that?
I admitted it right away. Carey and Marshall were like, "What was that?" I'm like, "That's me.
Well, I thought it was me.
It was me."
Because I had just got done eating too. I was like, was that me?
Yeah.
He's like, nope, that was me. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't
Well,
tell. I don't know.
I could have pinned it on Carey, but
You could
I
have.
didn't. I admitted it. That was that was
The
me.
cameras doesn't lie.
No, you're right. Yeah,
Somebody would have picked up on it.
very true. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Question number 3.
Splashback 2 says, at least Anthony's stomach didn't do what Jamie's stomach did.
This is
Very true.
This is very true.
Yeah.
All right, the never-ending wipe. If the day Chaim Bloom takes over, he holds a press conference and outlines his outlook on the franchise for the next several seasons. Would he immediately be liked more than Mo? And would it be easier to swallow a few more years of mediocrity?
The last part, no, but
See, I disagree.
I think that he's already more liked than Mo because he's not Mo. I think that's all he has to be.
I think if you give people,
I'm saying
That's
it.
a
I'm
huge part of
serious.
it.
I think if you give people a plan that is in place, like, hey,
That's what
we're
we're
gonna
doing.
do this. It's gonna hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
But it needs to be done, right? Jamie, you just went through surgery. Doctor said, hey, we're going to do this. Sounds terrible. Might hurt a little bit,
He
but it
actually
needs to
didn't
be
tell
done.
me everything.
You probably didn't. He did that for your best interest then,
Maybe.
probably.
Maybe I wasn't listening.
You probably, now, you didn't have your glasses
No,
on.
my
I'm sure.
glasses.
Right. Yeah, that makes more sense.
You were on the meds. You took your glasses
Yeah.
off. You didn't hear anything he
Yeah.
said. So, yeah, you hear what's going to take place. It's not going to feel good for a little bit, but then it'll be better. And I think people would appreciate that.
So,
it's the not knowing that makes it worse. No, you're good.
So I have I've gone back a little bit on the YouTube thing, and just because I wanted to see what the future might hold as far as a personality and messaging. Chaim Bloom does a pretty good job. I saw a bunch of different MLB Network interviews that he did when he was with the Red Sox and whatnot. And then when they were going through their catastrophe, the ownership basically putting Chaim Bloom at gunpoint, telling him to get rid of money. And he handled it perfect.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
No, definitely metaphorically. Definitely metaphorically.
Not literally.
Not literally.
We think. Anyways.
Metaphorically. No, metaphorically.
Figuratively speaking.
Okay.
Yes.
Held at gunpoint.
I'm doing this wrong. You guys are right. Metaphorically.
There you go.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. Anyways. What? No, good one to catch me.
Yeah.
That's
There you go.
Jamie Barry Rivers. 101 ESPN.
Well, JBR here on your dial. But Chaim Bloom did a very good job being very assertive. He had some personality. He had changes in tone. It was great. Volume changes. Yeah.
You could do that?
Yeah, he had like happy voice, serious voice, a questioning voice. Like it wasn't all just one voice. He didn't use a lot of huge words. It was crazy. So that alone tells me that people are going to be like, oh, okay, this is fine.
Yeah.
So Chaim Bloom, all he has to do this offseason is outline exactly what the Cardinals are truly trying to do. You don't need to camouflage it. You don't need to put the leaves all over it and and kind of sort of see what they're doing. No, just be honest. Say, hey, last year we tried to get out from under some contracts. We're going to continue to try and do that. We're going to work to move Nolan Arenado. We're going to look to blah, blah, but it's not priority 1, 2, and 3 because then if it falls 3, you look like a jackass. You can't do that.
Right.
So I think his voice will be good right away. Now, what he actually does, that's to be determined.
Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack is next. Keep those questions coming into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. It's the Fast Lane.
question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six Pack is now.
Part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack is now in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Andrew Marsh is going to read question 4 from the Air Comfort Service text line.
Question number 4.
All right, this one comes from the 636, and the 636 reminds us that there are things being thrown on the court at WNBA games.
What are you talking about?
And it wants to know if you, Jamie, you, Carey, have ever been a part of a game where fans are throwing objects on the field or ice.
Oh, God, yeah, so many. So many bad giveaway nights. So many. We were playing junior hockey in Windsor, Ontario. This barn, it literally it would be like putting an ice rink in the middle of like Alcatraz. The fans were straight up, and behind the net, fans were in an above platform where they could look down and throw things down at the goalie on top of his head.
Dude.
They had like commemorative puck night.
Oh, no.
Real pucks.
Real pucks.
Oh, man.
And we had a brawl that night, and pucks, hundreds of pucks were hitting players. The goalie went into his net to stay protected. We had to go down the tunnel to get the hell away from pucks being thrown at us. Ended up fighting a guy in the hallway because he was trying to fight one of us, so I punched him in the face. I was 16 years old, and this guy was a grown man wanting to fight me. I'm like, okay, buddy. Get your money's worth, I guess. So that was a bad night. Let's see here. There's a couple of other nights that were really bad, too, where they were giving away beer cups one night, and a bunch of beer cups hit the ice. And they've just a bunch of things. We had a brawl one time in Montreal in the playoffs. Kyle McLaren tore Richard Zednick's head off, like with a clothesline. I was on the ice. I'm like, oof, that's going to start something. And we were fighting like 5-on-5. And all of a sudden, I had a camera that smashed off the glass right by my face. Somebody threw their camera over the glass trying to hit. Then a fan jumped over the glass onto the ice. It was running towards the pile to like fight us. The referee like intercepted him and whatnot. And so, but the camera almost hit me in the face.
Jeez.
And
That doesn't sound great.
No.
So yeah, there's been quite a few nights. I'm sure there's even more if I really dig into the old memory bank.
I haven't had anything. I mean, we played in Philadelphia. We were told to keep our helmets on just in case batteries came thrown down. Mostly insults were thrown at us, though. Some really interesting things said to you, families and things like that. But no, nothing where... nothing where I felt like I would have to go into the stands and grab someone.
I do remember a game in Binghamton, New York. Somebody threw a bag of dog feces on the ice. Oh. Yeah, because the referee made a bad call.
And you saying your dog.
Well, creative.
I think it was dog feces. Maybe it was his own.
Might have been his own.
Sure.
Right then and there.
It hit the ice.
You didn't see his hand, did you?
But then the problem is, it must have been fresh because it was. Hear me out.
Yeah, how do you get that into?
It was not dog feces.
It was his.
It was
right.
his own.
He probably went to the bathroom because when it hit the ice, it kind of stuck to the ice because it was hot and the ice was cold.
Yeah.
And so the referee tried to pull it up, and the bag was like stuck. So they gently, like, kind of used their skate blade to try and peel it up because you don't want that popping open. Yeah, it was a real mess, Anthony. Not great.
Yeah, I believe that.
My word.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I know you guys are asked. I know the question was at Jamie and Carey, but I was at a game one time in which two players went into the stands to fight the fans, and then the fans went on the court.
Oh, yeah, you were at
The
that
malice
game.
at the palace.
Call it the malice at the palace.
Yes.
Which I bumped into Jermaine O'Neal trying to get to the media room, and he almost killed me. I'm like, I'm not fighting. I was like,
Go Pacers.
I'm not fighting. Go Pacers.
I'll tell you a quick story about Jimmy Roberts real quick, talking about things being thrown on the ice. And you guys know I love Jimmy.
Yeah.
As old school as it gets, he used to have a little pocket full of change on the bench behind and we talk about it like early in training camp. He'd say, listen, we're going to build in a free timeout from time to time. He says, I'm going to throw change on the ice when the players keep, and then the next whistle, just as we're about to face off, I'm going to yell at the ref and say, somebody threw money on the ice. As soon as I do that, get to the bench. We're going over a play. We have something to do. We're going to check. So sure as all heck, Jimmy, the puck would come out of the end, and you could see as a player sitting on the bench, all of a sudden, like 10 pieces of coin, like dimes, nickels, pennies, like whatever. He's like, throw it over here, because the referee skate by wouldn't see it. Yeah. And then the next play would happen, and then he'd go, hey, yeah, fans are throwing things on the ice. You guys have lost total control. So he's giving it to the refs. The refs are trying to scrape up the money. They got to get a shovel. The assistant coach has us all called in, going over like a face-off play or whatever. And then they get all done. He'd still be out to refs. You got to do a better job. Tell the guy to tell the fans to stop throwing things on the ice. Meanwhile, he's the guy, he's like winking at everybody, throwing money on the ice for a free time out.
That's brutal.
Makes you wonder how these fans get these objects into the arena.
Yeah, right? Marsh. See what you did there. Gauntlet next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Four Warriors, 4 categories, 1 challenger.
Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
4:03, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. We welcome in Scotty to the Gauntlet. What's up, Scotty?
Hello, boys. Happy
Thursday to you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you listening. Thanks for playing. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me in round one of the Gauntlet?
We have to take on Jamie.
Have to take
I had
on
a feeling.
Jamie. I like that. Jamie's been off for a while.
Trying to pick on the weak, eh, Scotty?
was
Pick
that
on the
the
injured?
thought?
I see how it works.
Hey, here's a funny story for you real fast. Jamie, back in the 90s at Hardy's place, there was enough kids for two teams, and McGinnis's son and Twist's son ended up on one team, and my ex-wife now signed me up to coach, and first practice, we're walking out, and this lady says, just so you know, we're on a Creve Cora. We're going to give you a week to turn it around. And the next practice, here comes a lady, the kid, and Joe Quinville. All year long, we had a flipping blast. And fast forward to now, you bringing out the bare knuckles barbecue. My buddy is Joel, who's half owner of Kitchen Hub and 2 Men in the Garden.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Well, great. We really appreciate everything they've been doing with us.
Yeah, that's awesome. So anyway, got to have you, and let's hope hockey. I'm not good at any of this, but I'm here from Carolina Beach having wobbly pops and good scenery.
Nice. All right.
All right, Scotty. Good luck, my man.
All right. Thanks.
All right. So Jamie's going to go into the cone of silence. Scotty, go ahead and tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marsh.
All right. So you want hockey even against Jamie? That's what you're hoping for?
Why not?
There you go. I like that. We'll see if the wheel obliges. What do we got, gentlemen?
It's not hockey. It's not random, though. It's football.
Football. 2 days.
Foosball.
2 days in a row. Scotty, how do you feel about football?
Hey, we'll try.
All right, there you go. So football is the category. You're going to get 4 questions, Scotty. All questions, every single question is worth 2 points. Thank you, Marsh. Unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Scotty, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Question 1. Which former Charger recently re-signed with the team after a year with a different team? This just happened this week.
I have no idea. Give me the option.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry.
Go to Hunter Henry.
Final answer? Final answer, Scotty?
Yes, sir. Final answer.
Question number 2. Where did former Patriot Gerard Mayo play his college football?
I have no idea. Let's just say Ohio State for fun. Final answer.
Question number 3. Which player has recorded the most sacks in NFL history? He had 200 sacks in his career.
Only one I can think of is finally
Who was that? Your phone cut out.
Lawrence Taylor. Is that better?
Yep, we heard you. Final
sir.
answer?
Final answer.
All right, finally, Paul Krause holds the record for most interceptions in an NFL career with 81. Krause played the majority of his career with which team?
Give me the options. Never heard of them.
Minnesota Vikings, San Francisco 49ers, or the Washington Redskins?
Let's go with the Minnesota Vikings for Joel and 2 Men in the Garden.
Okay, there you go. And for Andrew Marsh.
Final answer.
There you have it. All right, we're going to bring back Jamie from the Cone of Silence. Scotty, how you feeling?
Good. How can you not feel good? I'm on a beach. It doesn't matter.
Great point.
I got wobbly pops. We're good.
Yeah, you're good to go. All right, Jamie is back from the Cone of Silence.
Guys, not going to lie, that was fast.
That was, yeah.
So Scotty was either on his game or...
I'm
maybe
packing the lunch.
Only 2 options, right?
Yeah,
Only 2 options, yeah.
Okay.
He gave you a third option.
Yeah.
He's on the beach. Doesn't matter.
He is on the beach.
No, I just mean moving
America.
quickly. He's usually it's either spot on or not great. So we'll find out. Jamie,
Yeah?
your category is football.
Pack a lunch.
Love football, boys.
Question 1. Which former Charger recently re-signed with the team after a year with a different team?
Oh, I know this too. Keenan. Oh. Oh. God, I hate myself right now. Like, I know it. I know it, but I don't right now. Give me the damn options.
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, no.
Mike Williams.
No.
Keenan
Yeah,
Allen.
there it is. Keenan Allen. Final answer. I even
Where?
said it. Keenan.
Where did
Ivory Wayans.
That's where I was going. I couldn't get out of my head. Where did former Patriot Gerard Mayo play his college football?
Oh, yeah, that one. I remember it was called Options.
Clemson, Tennessee, or Ole Miss?
I really have no freaking idea. Clemson, Tennessee, or Ole Miss? I feel like it has to be Tennessee for some reason. I feel like Ole Miss. Clemson. I don't think it was Clemson. I'll go Tennessee. Final answer.
Question number 3. Which player has recorded the most sacks in NFL history? He had 200 sacks in his career.
Is Strahan? Well, NFL sacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Strahan. Give me the options.
Options are Reggie White,
Yeah, it used to be.
Bruce Smith,
Ooh.
or Kevin Green.
Okay, good thing I took the. I think it's Bruce Smith. Now that you say it, final answer.
Final question.
Yes.
Paul Krause holds the record for most interceptions in an NFL career with 81. Krause played the majority of his career for which team?
Options.
Minnesota Vikings, San Francisco 49ers,
Wasn't them.
Washington Redskins.
Redskins or Vikings? You know what? I'll go with Marshy's Vikings just because. Final answer.
All right, let's go over these. Jamie versus Scotty in NFL. Let's start with that one. Paul Krause holds the record for most interceptions in an NFL career with 81. Krause played the majority of his career with which team? Jamie said the Minnesota Vikings. Scotty said the Minnesota Vikings. Correct answer is
the Minnesota Vikings.
Nice job, boys. Both of you needed the option, so we get a 1-1 tie. Which former Charger recently re-signed with the team after a year with a different team? Scotty said Hunter Henry. Jamie said Keenan Allen. Correct answer is
It's Keenan Allen.
Jamie up 2-1 on Scotty. Where did former Patriot Gerard Mayo play his college football? Scotty took a shot in the dark, said Ohio State. Jamie said Tennessee. Tennessee. Correct answer is
Tennessee.
Jamie up 3-1. Which player has recorded the most sacks in NFL history? He had 200 sacks in his career. Jamie said Bruce Smith. Scotty, without the option, said Lawrence Taylor. Correct answer is
It is Bruce Smith.
Scotty.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Not today.
Jamie was well rested, not rusted. He wins 4-1. Sorry, Scotty.
Good job, Jamie.
Good job, Scotty. Thanks a lot for playing, my friend. Thanks for listening, too.
Cup down Market Street next year.
There you go, baby. I like your attitude, man. I like your attitude.
There you go. All right.
Back to the scenery. See you guys.
Hey, enjoy,
See you later,
Scotty.
buddy. Take care,
Thank you.
Scotty.
Nice job, Jamie.
Thank you.
Nice job. Came back after massive surgery and some time off, and he said, you know what? I'm going to sweep this board. 4-1 win. And you would have had 5 if you just remembered Allen.
I couldn't get Ivory
Keenan.
Wayans out of my head.
Just didn't have the Allen. So Jamie wins the Gauntlet today in his triumphant return to the Fast Lane. We appreciate everybody being tuned in throughout the course of the day today. We're going to jump back into the NFL Top 50 players heading into the 25 season. We're 6-10 now. 6-10. Do we agree with the players on the list?
It'd be better if it was 6-12.
That's very true. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Fellas, I bet you've been to a jewelry store in the past, and as soon as you walked in the door, you felt like you were getting judged, or you felt like you were about to get upsold, and you felt like you couldn't trust anybody. I know that feeling. I hate that feeling, and that's why I love Diamonds Direct. I am telling you, you will never get that vibe from Diamonds Direct. As soon as you walk in the door, you're greeted with, first of all, a beautiful showroom, a friendly atmosphere, zero pressure, and just awesome people. Whoever you work with in there, you are going to love them. They're diamond experts. I've been telling you, Veronica's been taking care of me for years. Evan, the manager, does such a great job. The whole staff, man, they're so nice. You walk in, hey, you want a drink? You want to look around? What are you looking for? They want to hear your story. And whatever your story is, they have got a gift for you. And if your story is an engagement coming up, right now would be a time to get in there. Because if you buy an engagement ring over at Diamonds Direct, you're going to get the wedding band for free right now over at Diamonds Direct. So whether you're popping the question, you got a birthday coming up, you got an anniversary, Diamonds Direct. Go to diamondsdirect.com and get into the showroom at Olive and 270 at City Place. It's Diamonds Direct.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. So we've been breaking down this Pro Football Talk top 50 players heading into the 2025 season list. And now we're players 10 through 6. 10 being T.J. Watt of the Pittsburgh Steelers. T.J. Watt, Pittsburgh Steelers at number 10. Considering that he won at least one game for the Steelers last year by himself.
Is that the Atlanta game?
Yes.
Kind of had to because the offense wasn't scoring.
That's correct. Well, you know what? That's not fair. That's not fair
The
to Chris.
kicker was great.
It's not fair to Chris Boswell, the kicker. Considering T.J. Watt teamed up with Chris Boswell to win at least one game on their own last year, I got no problem with him being 10 on this list. Carey?
T.J. Watt is J.J.'s brother, for those that don't know.
Yeah.
He's outstanding. He's a great football player, highest paid defensive player in ever, Bob, and he's going to continue to do what he did. I think now we're getting to the point of the list where you can kind of see, you can say, okay, I can stomach T.J. Watt being in that spot. Some of the other numbers or some of the other names, I'm like, that was a terrible decision.
Well, it was more like the wide receivers. A.J. Brown should not be ranked ahead of Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. I don't care. Yeah.
A.J. Brown?
Yeah.
Ahead of Jefferson and Chase.
Correct.
Okay. Tells me all I need to know about this list.
Right? Oh, we're still doing it.
Yeah, no, we got to go through the motions here a little
You're damn
bit,
right
but,
we do. Yeah.
Whoever that guy was mailed it in.
Hey, he's drunk.
Yeah.
Was he?
You know who it was? It's the guy that made the Arenado deal. He's now working with PFF.
Yeah.
He's still hammered.
We got to find that guy again. Send him back. What? No, not the guy. Arenado.
Oh, yeah. I would like that guy that
That's what I'm saying.
got sauce to go to L.A. with the Dodgers.
Just
and then
anywhere, quite
maybe he
honestly.
starts making some foolish foolish trades. You know?
Yep.
Okay. Number 9 is George Kittle. We just got done talking about George Kittle. He is very important to the San Francisco 49ers offense this year.
Is he the best tight end in football?
Best tight end in football right now, yes.
You think so?
Yeah. Are we just talking about pure tight ends?
And Travis Kelce is not on that list to me anymore.
He's dropped off there.
I've kind of, I think he had his time in the sun. He's headed in the other direction.
Who would you have ahead of him? Like Brock Bowers is really good,
Brock. But it's only 1 year.
It's 1 year.
Brock is a name though that I would think. I mean, I guess I would say yeah. I mean, I like Sam Laporta with Detroit. I don't know if he's one of the. I don't know if he's number one. He's got a lot of weapons around him.
George Kittle's a beast.
I could go with George Kittle as the number one tight end.
I think he is right now.
I will. But wow.
Who?
A healthy Mark Andrews, who is an actual tight end.
And so is Kittle.
Yeah.
I'll take Kittle.
They're both tight ends. Mark Andrews, I don't think was healthy all the way last year. But Kittle, a healthy Mark Andrews.
We have seen Kittle get hurt in the first half, go into the locker room, come out with some sort of fracture, and play in the second half. Kittle's a beast.
Okay.
Thank you.
You twisted my arm. I'm fine with it.
Good.
I'm good with it.
All right. I'll say aye.
Aye.
Number 8, Derrick Henry.
Love it.
Don't have a problem with this one either.
Now, wait. I missed this list completely. Where was Saquon, or have we seen it?
Jamie,
don't
great question.
He's like 23.
Okay. I only asked that because you brought up Derrick
22.
Henry.
What was he?
22.
He was 22.
So I
just ahead of Sauce Gardner.
Carey and I had a conniption. You're talking about most important players, right? 22.
Yeah, that's why I asked. As soon as you said Derrick Henry, I wanted to know where Saquon was.
Saquon at 22.
Yeah.
Do you know why everybody's like, Jalen Hurts, blah, 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 not that great? The only reason why you're saying that is because Saquon is such a beast in that offense that he allows Jalen Hurts to only have to throw it. And I'm not crushing Hurts. This is not a Hurts criticism, okay? But the offense is predicated and set up with what Saquon Barkley does. So if you're talking about a list of players that are most important heading into the 2025 season, there's no flipping away that Saquon Barkley should be 22 then. For the Super Bowl champion Eagles, who sets everything else up for Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown.
Just how good he's played and dominated in his position.
How could you have A.J. Brown ahead of Saquon Barkley?
He can't.
Okay. All right.
He can't.
I now realize I'm yelling at you guys. And
yeah, but I knew you weren't yelling at us.
Yeah.
You were just yelling in our direction.
I was. Yep. Yeah. This one's interesting. Number 7 on this list. And we're only going up to 6 today. Number 7, Micah Parsons.
I'm not mad at that either.
If he's the 7th most important player heading into 2025, break out that checkbook
Keep
there,
him on
Jerry.
side. He's got to earn it, Anthony.
He's got.
think he's done more than enough to earn the amount of money that he's going to get paid.
Yes.
And I do think Michael Parsons is going to get paid. I said it earlier. He is the one on that defense that is going to make this thing go. If they have aspirations of being a playoff team that not only makes the playoffs, I don't know if they can win the division because they're in a tough division with the Eagles, but making the playoffs and have an opportunity to make it to an NFC Championship game, you're going to have Michael Parsons on your team. You're going to have him rushing the quarterback. He is outstanding. I mean, him, T.J. Watt, and Myles Garrett, you pick your poison, whoever you like most. But Michael Parsons is definitely on that list as a guy that you do not want to have to block, 20, 30 times a game trying to get to the pass rusher, trying to get to the passer.
Do you think part of me wonders if Jerry Jones he's goofy like this? He's just stirring it up for right now to drum up some attention,
to drum up some publicity around his team.
Well, it's not a
take
good
away
play.
from the fact they still got Dak Prescott as quarterback.
Oh,
what?
Wow!
What
did Dak do? Nothing to earn that
exactly.
Shot. Wow! He doubled down on it. He doubled down on. You haven't been here, Jamie. I am high on Dak Prescott this year.
He is.
I'm high on
the Cowboys.
They got the smelling salts back on the sideline.
Can you tell me the difference?
Netflix got a new one out. America's Team. It's called. Check it out.
Name. I hate that name.
What, Netflix?
No. America's Team. It's a dumbass name.
From a quarterback standpoint, can you tell me the difference between Dak and Kirky football? Because
we really can't.
I don't know if there's much.
Well, there's
from a football standpoint. That's why I said from a football standpoint. I already knew the main difference. I'm talking about from a football standpoint.
One went to Mississippi State and one went to Michigan.
And one's a little more mobile than the other.
There you go.
One's a football player, the other isn't.
There you go. Yeah.
Carey's been teaching me about football players, Jamie. They don't ice skate.
Nope.
What's some other ones?
Don't listen to hard rock.
They don't listen to hard
heavy
rock.
metal.
Yeah.
Us football players.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying. Most football players don't skate. Yep.
TJ or JJ Watt skates great.
Yeah, he's a different football player than me.
That's right. He's a defensive player.
There you go.
He's offensive. Speaking of defensive, Chris Jones is number 6, and again, there's no issue here. Will be the best interior defensive lineman in the NFL.
You think the Chiefs are going to be good this year?
I think the Chiefs are going to have one of those seasons where, remember and it's different because when the Patriots had their undefeated season, it came off the heels of Spygate.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, you think you were cheating.
That's a hell of a team.
Everybody last year, I mean, with every close win, more and more people were crapping on the Chiefs last year. And they get to the Super Bowl, they get blown out, and everybody's like, yeah, you're done. Denver's in your division, the Chargers, the Raiders are making moves. Like the Chiefs, for a mini dynasty, they are still somehow kind of flying under the radar. I think they're going to have an outstanding season.
I asked because I watch, I think Steve Spagnuolo does a great job of calling defense, but it troubles me that offenses don't just anticipate him blitzing. Yeah. Like, it's almost like they're shocked when he blitzes. What the hell do you watch all week, man? Like, why are you stunned when they bring 7 people to try to tackle your quarterback? You're like, oh, crap, I didn't think they were going to blitz this time. They're always going to blitz, man, unless they're not. I heard Dwight Freeney say, you know what? Every play is a pass, unless it's a run. That's his mindset.
That was his mindset.
I'm rushing the quarterback. I don't give a damn. If it's a run, I'll get to okay.
Somebody else will figure it out.
Somebody else will get to it. I got to rush the passer.
Robert Mathis will figure it out.
If you are playing the Kansas City Chiefs, every play is a blitz, unless it's not. And you live like that. And then you have success.
Not a bad thought. Yeah. That's Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Marsh cooked up a segment for us, Walker or Gorman, and he's got a series of questions where the answer could be either Walker or Gorman, as in Nolan Gorman. Or can you read it? Nope. Can you?
I can. Is
it the top one?
It says, do football players swim? Some. Some do.
Walker or Gorman, next on ESPN.
You get the show. If you're looking to sell your home here in the St. Louis area and you want to sell fast and for top dollar, quit wasting your time with an average real estate agent. Give my friend Gloria Liu a call. Gloria Liu with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. The word guaranteed, because Gloria Liu will guarantee to sell your house for 100% of market value, or she'll pay you the difference. And why is she so confident about that? Because Gloria Liu has over 24,000 buyers in waiting. So if you haven't put your house up for sale yet, I can guarantee you that it's probably already sold. Gloria Liu's going to direct a lot of traffic to your home. It's going to help you sell quickly, again, for top dollar. So please pick up the phone, give Gloria Liu a call, especially if you want to get that house sold right now. It's coming to the end of the summer. School's right around the corner. There are people that are looking to relocate, want to get their kids settled in before everything starts up. Call Gloria Liu. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. As always, Gloria and the seller must agree upon the sales price as well as the possession date.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals have the day off. They'll take on the Chicago Cubs tomorrow at Busch Stadium. With Michael McGreevy on the mound, he'll go up against Matthew Boyd. First pitch is at 7:15. The Cardinals are 5.5 games back of that final wild card spot. And we're going to dive into some Cardinals baseball talk next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
This is Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter. People in the Snake Pit have been saying you're having it's kind of a crap sandwich for Marsh and I. Hey, Gary's having fun. Jamie's back.
Jamie says so many inappropriate things that it makes me laugh.
What are you talking about?
Man, I was just talking about elbows and, how they stop and bend.
Kind of the purpose of an elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some. For sure.
A little behind the scenes here.
Get so far?
I typically count you guys down. I think I held 2 for about 10 seconds.
3, 2, 1.
I missed you
Back
guys.
to 2, 1. You're live. All right, Marshy.
Yes.
You cooked up some questions, and the answers are either, I guess they could be both, but either Walker or Gorman.
Yes.
For example, go for it.
Which player have you gotten answers on more this season? Is it Jordan Walker or Nolan Gorman?
Gorman.
Gorman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we know what Gorman is. I think Gorman is what he's been his entire career. He hits home runs, he has back injuries, and he strikes out. Like, not a great defender. This is what he is. Are we positive to know that we know what Jordan Walker is?
No, I like the version we're seeing right now, though.
Yeah, sign us up for this Jordan
Not bad.
Walker.
Yeah, for the last month, he's been pretty solid, man.
Yeah.
With that being said, which player has the higher ceiling?
Jordan Walker.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Really?
Oh.
I don't know.
Ooh, please
We'll get into
elaborate.
it in a minute.
Nolan Gorman is, you know what? I won't sway you. You're a grown man. You make your own decisions.
Yeah, thank you for noticing, Carey.
Just found out just now.
Yeah, show it to you.
Unreal.
All right, which player is the best fit for the Cardinals moving forward?
Jordan Walker.
For what?
For what? Yeah.
That's up to you to decide.
I say both.
I'm going to say Gorman.
Really?
Yeah, Gorman's an
split.
excellent platoon bench bat, and Jordan Walker is a fit if he's a good baseball player or not. I don't know.
I don't know if he's an everyday player, either of them for that matter.
You think? Well, I'm not trying to sway anyone's opinion.
I don't know. You're coming
Why are you
after me
tiptoeing
pretty.
today?
No, I'm trying to figure out
Like, usually you're
what do
white
you
knuckling
view? What
and
do
you're
you
going.
view? True. What do you view Nolan Gorman as? A bat off of the bench?
bench bat and
Okay,
platoon
well,
player.
then-
Well, he has to be right now because there's somebody's still at third base.
He's going to be there
His
for 2
defense
more
sucks
years.
too, though.
Jamie. 2 more years.
I mean,
And you know what
can't
you're going to
be.
do? You're going to damn like it.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
You just told me you can't tell me what to say. You can't tell me what I'm going to like.
I'm the Cardinals organization. You either like it or you leave it.
Well, a lot of them are leaving it.
They are, actually.
At least just not showing up.
Just saying, Carey.
All right, so Jamie clearly brought something up. He has maybe a comparable for Nolan Gorman. It seems like you're really high on Nolan Gorman. Can you please explain why that is?
Okay, so
He's
Can we
high.
guess too, by the way?
listen, I'm going to read off some numbers for you here.
All right.
But first things first, Nolan Gorman, I shot this out in the group text the other day. He's the 6th Cardinal ever to hit double-digit home runs in his first 4 seasons.
Pretty
Okay,
good.
it's pretty good. The most recent guy to do that was Albert Pujols.
Son of a.
Now,
So he's out.
We have
he's
Albert?
you know what, guys?
Albert all the
We
way.
said,
let's
you
play
made
this
the
game
answer.
again.
Start over. Do
Gorman.
it again.
I put a
Gorman.
damn. I put a damn.
Gorman.
I put a damn asterisk next to Albert Pujols because I knew you asshats would be like, he's next to Albert Pujols. I knew it. I should have just not said it. Just leave certain things out, Carey. You know that? It's better sometimes.
It is.
So, okay, here's a couple things here. I'm going to read you off the stats from a player that was the same age as Gorman now in his first 4 years in the majors. This player had 1,274 plate appearances, 72 home runs, 369 strikeouts. And he barely played in one of the seasons. In 2016, he only played 5 games as far as his first 4 years are concerned. So he had some things going on, too. So now Nolan Gorman, in his first 4 years, 25 years old, 1,423 plate appearances, so a few more than said player. 70 home runs, so just 2 less as far as the home runs. Strikeouts, about 100 strikeout difference there. But again, the player I brought up only played 5 games in 2016. Who do you think that player was?
I was all in on it being Kyle Schwarber
Until he said 6 games, 5 games in 2016.
Well, he did. He was injured that year.
Then it's Kyle Schwarber.
Then he played in the World Series.
All right, Marsh, you don't have to yell at us.
I'm not.
I was just going to ask, was it Kyle Schwarber that was hurt that year?
How many games did you say total for each?
Well, it's plate appearances.
Okay,
so 1,274 and 1,423.
That's the Schwarb man.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Now let me continue to expand.
You're welcome, Marsh.
We have.
I had to save you on that one.
Oh, you saved me? Really?
I had to save you. Unlike
Carey.
Rose,
Yeah, go ahead, Jim.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to Carey.
boyfriend on the damn door.
Just move over, Rose.
Let him die.
All right, I'm gonna expand on this. Now you guys are done. We've said this before. Oh, if he turns into Kyle Schwarber. I'm not saying he's going to turn into what Schwarber is ultimately. Let's say he's slightly better than half as good as Schwarber. That's still going to be 20 to 30 home runs a year coming off of there. So like Kyle Schwarber for his strikeouts here. Okay, let's see here. So the average out over 10 years time, right? If you average over 10 years time, the strikeouts for Gorman would be 1,195 because everybody's focused on the strikeouts. So the strikeouts for Schwarber in 10 years, 1,466. He ended up with 324 home runs. So I'm not saying Gorman equals Schwarber, but when you hear these numbers at 25 years old, let's not forget that Schwarber also got bought out by the Red Sox at one point, was like... He wasn't this Hall of Famer player this whole career. So I think it's quick to judge sometimes on a 25-year-old who's still figuring some crap out. But let's just say he's half as good as Kyle Schwarber, which I think he can be just a tick better. Right now, your leading home run guy has 16 home runs for the Cardinals. That's your pop. Wilson Contreras is your pop at 16 home runs. Wouldn't you take 20 to 25 from Gorman?
Yes.
Because where else is your pop coming from? Ain't gonna be Walker. He can't figure it out right now. Victor Scott, no. Newt can't stay healthy. Wynn, no. Donovan, no. Burleson, yeah, but he's not. He's still not.
Yeah, but he'll not.
Arenado, no.
No.
So where is your pop coming from? Contreras, that's it, and Herrera.
Yeah, you have one as your third base coach in Pop Warner.
He does.
Not bad.
But not what Jamie's
not quite the same thing.
About. Yeah.
So my point is, as much as everybody wants to move on from Gorman and this and that, if you move on from Gorman, that's one less bat that can actually touch seats for you.
So
Gorman.
Nolan Gorman.
Can I play devil's advocate a little bit?
Okay, I'd expect no less. Go ahead.
Can you take out the 2016 season and put in the 2019 season?
But you can't because, you know why? Because you're going to tell me, well, Gorman gets hurt. He's got the bat back. He gets hurt. So if that's the case, Schwarber got hurt too.
Well, the reason why I say that is Gorman played 69 games. He played, Anthony's favorite number, 2 games in 2016.
Yeah.
Obviously dealt with an injury, but 129, 137, and 155. So if you put those 4 seasons as opposed to that
But Carey, you're talking about an injury. And you're going to throw it, a lot of people are going to throw it in my face that Gorman can't stay healthy either. Well, neither did Schwarber for an entire season. And again, Carey, I'm not saying Gorman equals Schwarber. I'm saying Gorman, half of Schwarber, is better than what you currently have in your lineup for Pop. That's my issue, is you have nobody else who's a real threat when they get up there. You're like, okay, I can pitch to Arenado. I'm not worried. I'm not scared. Like, yeah, can everybody actually run into one? Yeah, but I don't think anybody's scared except for Contreras and Herrera can touch seats pretty quickly.
Right. And Contreras is only he's a 20 home run guy.
He's a 16 home run guy right
Yeah,
now.
15 to 20.
Yeah.
That's what Contreras is.
Go back to my original comment of maybe we just pump the brakes on just getting rid of Gorman so quickly.
So maybe we need to DFA Arenado, trade Nootbaar, right?
I'm okay with it.
That's what we've been saying.
Yeah. And that frees up a little bit of some spots.
Remember, this is our whole conversation a couple of days ago. Tell Arenado, thank you. You've been fantastic. We're still going to pay you.
Make him a coach.
But you're not going to be around. Make him a coach.
Wow.
Holy
What?
smokes.
What?
Why don't you just make him like a 10 section 305?
Why don't you have him help with special events?
They already have somebody for that.
He needs help. Can't do it all by himself.
Could you imagine Bloom bringing him in? Listen, Nolan, we respect you big time. We're going to pay you still, and we're going to pay you to be a Cardinal. You'll be great in Section 305 as a vendor for us. Now, we think that we're overpaying you, but
You're still working here.
You're still working
and you're
here,
still a
huh?
Cardinal. What do you say?
you're welcome.
You tell him to go
I would have I would have rejected that Houston Astros trade too. This is a golden opportunity.
Isn't that a restaurant that Anthony Stalter came up with?
That's correct. Yep, Gershie's been building it.
Which one's it called?
Section 305.
Oh, I thought you said something about Golden something.
Golden Corral?
No, that's a good spot. It's underrated.
Section 305 doesn't exist at Busch Stadium.
I know that.
Oh. Oh, look at you.
What'd I say?
It's Flashback Deuces. Jamie didn't have the stomach for this many numbers 2 weeks ago. Gen X says, I like that Jamie has stats.
Did a little homework on this one,
did.
boys.
Teacher Jamie's now in session, says Jeremy. Good stuff.
I just thought to myself, we're jumping a little quick here. And again, I'm not comparing him to Schwarber ultimately. I'm saying he has some of the same capabilities that nobody else in your roster currently has.
I like it. I like the comparison to Albert better. But I'll take the Schwarber one. Yeah.
I would take the Albert one, too.
Nice job, Jamie.
It's early.
Nice
You never
job. Which NFL rookies will have the biggest impact this season? Next on 101 ESPN. It's the Fastnet on 101 ESPN. Carey, we just received a pretty important text that we want to address. And do we apologize? I don't know if we apologize.
Nah, we'll keep everything, above board and do this the right way.
Okay.
J. Nick sends us a text saying, this is the least serious radio show on air. 0 legit takes because everything is a joke. Just be serious for 1 hour a day straight. So, J. Nick, you're going to get your wish, sir.
Yeah, valid point by J. Nick, and we should have certainly no volume changes in our voice. Keep it very serious and on the rails here, although I will push back a little bit, Carey, if I may.
Sure.
I believe that we just had some solid takes on Nolan Gorman and Jordan Walker, for that matter. Was there laughter involved? Do we enjoy talking about sports? Do we enjoy laughing and joking with our listeners? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
However, I do understand J. Nick's concern. Yeah. Therefore, we will cease that immediately and be more serious, Anthony.
J. Nick, not the only one, too, that's levied some criticism. I got Patrick H's
that was a while ago.
Email here from March 1st.
You care to read it again?
No, I will. I think it's important. I have switched to another radio station. This may be the worst show I've ever heard. They don't back, that's us, they don't back any of their thoughts up with stats or facts. Oh, wow. And this is my favorite line. You haven't a 10-year listener. Now, what that means, I don't know, but I'm also dumb. But let me read it again. You haven't a 10-year listener. Just horrendous, especially cocky, fat A, Stalter.
Yeah.
So
and we take all criticisms, seriously around here. Any text that you send in, we will try to do our best to accommodate you. Make sure that you are listened to and feel comfortable about the content that is coming across these airwaves. Yep. We don't want you, J. Nick, to feel not appreciated in your words to us. Yeah. Despite how they may come off, we listen. And we don't judge, and we learn from these things.
I think it's fair, if I may, guys, if somebody's going to text in and tell us how to act, because that's how they want us to act, then my God, we gotta listen to them.
We should do that.
Right.
We do, and guys, I'm a little concerned for J. Nick, and I'm sorry for raising my volume there for a second.
No problem.
Got to be a little more serious about things here. But I'm seriously concerned about J. Nick because if laughter and smiling is something that he's lacking in his life or that he does not like altogether, then there's bigger things to worry about here than just us for at least that 1 hour a day.
Yeah, don't you turn this around?
Well, no. I think he's right.
I'm not. I'm trying to be
right.
I'm trying to be sensitive to the fact that this person hates laughter and smiling.
Clearly. No, that's not what J. Nick is saying. First of all, it's about us, guys. It's not about J. Nick.
Sometimes you project what you really feel. And you learn that in therapy. Sometimes it's not about the person across from you. It's actually what you're feeling internally. And so maybe J. Nick doesn't have much excitement in his life. Maybe there's not much laughter or much joy. And hearing other people enjoy their work life, sends something through him. He becomes very frustrated that someone would have the audacity to smile at work or laugh at work. And you don't get that sense of camaraderie at his own job. So he's frustrated with us for having that. So we need to really take that into consideration and make sure that we respect that and respect the space.
You're right, Carey. I mean, nothing makes me more angry than when I roll up on a group of people that are laughing and enjoying themselves.
Well said.
Well, J. Nick did respond. He said, thanks, guys. I will keep listening every day to the Fast Lane.
J. Nick, thank you, sir.
No, he said every Fast Lane.
Oh, yes. Pardon me. Sorry. Sometimes I can't read.
Yeah.
Well,
we don't do that well.
Be careful.
Don't
correctly.
Yeah. Don't.
Well, it's not a laughing
Don't beat
matter.
yourself too up. Don't beat yourself up too much. Okay.
I'm not.
J. Nick asked for something from us.
Let's do it.
I hope that we are providing this somber moment for you to not have any laughter on the radio and enjoy this segment. This is for you, J. Nick.
In 3, 2, 1. Guys, as we know, the NFL season is always interesting, and when it comes to rookies, it can be very, very illuminating. Yeah. I don't think I'm using the word right.
It's okay.
Which 10 NFL rookies are set to make an impact during the 2025 NFL season?
Sounds like a serious subject.
Yeah, so I was looking at this list, and I can give you the names. I know we don't like to do the list anymore because some of our listeners hate lists. So I'll just go. You want to go 10 to 1 or 1 to 10?
Oh, we're still doing a list?
No, well, I'm just going to give you the names. I don't want you to guess. I don't want you to have to worry about guessing these names.
Okay.
Do you want me to just give 1 through 10?
Please.
Or okay, we'll start at number 1, and that will be Ashton Genty, the running back from Boise State, drafted to the Las Vegas Raiders. He's very poised. That offense, and you know they got Chip Kelly now. That offense is ready to explode. Geno Smith, the addition of him, Pete Carroll.
Would you say explode, or do you think they've just improved? Because I've got them more in the just improved category.
I think explode.
Explode is
well.
pretty...
Here's the reason. Brock Bowers is an explosive receiver. Ashton Genty is a big playmaker. Like, you have some guys, and we know what Max Crosby is on the other side of the ball. He is a guy that can explode, get into the quarterback, shutting down offensive drives, and really making things happen. So for me, I think explosion was the correct word. If you two disagree, I apologize, but that's just that's my take.
Well, listen, we don't
You
want
don't need to apologize for having an opinion.
I'm sorry that I apologize.
You're excited and happy. Now that you can apologize.
My levels got a little high there.
Jamie and I apologize for nitpicking this, but I just wouldn't use the term explode. Now, Geno Smith, now they go from an absolute crapola of a situation, and I do believe I'm using that word correctly, at the quarterback spot last year, in which I'm pretty sure I made some starts for them at one point,
Anthony,
and I cannot play quarterback.
You did not make
No,
those
you're right.
starts.
That's, you know what? I'm using sarcasm, and I shouldn't. Desmond Ridder started for them at one point, as we know he can't play.
He's
He did play in the NFL, though.
He did play.
He played in the NFL.
Yeah.
He didn't play quarterback well.
He did the best he could do, though.
The statistics would show that.
Yeah. The next name on the list is Cam Ward. Obviously, the first overall draft pick to the Tennessee Titans.
Well, I would think he'd be on this list, you know?
He should be, right? He's number 1, right? He had a lot, and literally number 1 on the field as well. Like, number 1 pick, number 1 on the field, number 1 in your heart, some would say. So, you know, I think Cam Ward, I don't know how much he adds to that offense, because they need a lot of help, right? We want to see that team be more explosive, as I think that the Las Vegas Raiders will. I do not see much explosive plays from this team in Tennessee. Just don't see it happen.
No.
Not yet, of course. You know, they need time to really develop their quarterback.
And better players.
Players.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Well, the statistics, the standings would show that they were the worst team in the NFL last year. So
Which is why they had the number 1 overall pick.
Absolutely.
For those that don't know, the team that has the worst record in the NFL, it's not a lottery system. They actually slot the worst team in at number 1. Travis Hunter, I would imagine.
Travis Hunter is on this list, correct?
Yeah.
He's playing both ways, right? He's a guy that you expect playing offense and defense.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
He's going to start as a wide receiver.
Yep.
He's a backup corner right now. That's the official Jaguars depth chart. Now, officially, that could change. I'll take over. Abdul Carter of the Giants, of course, pass rusher.
Yeah, of course.
And I actually really like the Giants pass rush heading into the season. I like their front 7 guys. Abdul Carter,
Jim?
Dexter Lawrence.
Right. Yeah, okay.
I think they got some guys that can really get after the quarterback, although that offense leaves something to be desired. Yeah, Matthew Golden drawing rave reviews in Green Bay.
Carey loves Matthew.
They need a number 1 receiver. They needed one. They've been saying it for 20 years, feels like.
Yeah.
And they got one.
Even
Number 1,
a
first round draft pick. They've had number 1 receivers. A first round draft pick at receiver. Yeah.
Ted McMillan, Carolina, another guy drawing rave reviews.
Absolutely.
Down in Carolina.
Makes great catches.
I like Bryce Young a lot. I wonder what he could do with a pure number 1 wide receiver. He had an incredible, I don't have the numbers in front of me. I apologize.
Yeah.
He had an incredible second half
Well,
last
it's an
year.
eye test thing, Anthony. Some people, they like the statistics. Some people are more eye test people, and that's okay.
Well, if it's not a statistic, we're not giving a great take. We have to.
Well, that's
we have
not
to be
true.
better. We have
I'll
to be
push back
more,
on
We
that.
have to be more informed.
I'll push back on that.
Well, I'm sorry,
appreciate
Marsh. I
that,
apologize.
Marshy, but you don't
I
have
understand.
to.
Yeah, you don't have to do that. It's our fault. It's my fault. It's Anthony's fault.
I didn't pull it up.
He didn't have the information for it to be a great take.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have the stats yet, Anthony?
I do. Thank you,
Okay,
Carey.
no
I
problem.
appreciate vamping a little bit until I get them. Now,
Anytime.
Bryce Young in the second half, you look at his completion percentage in the final 4 games, 67.9%, 65.4%. Now, it did dip when he played Tampa, but Todd Bowles, outstanding defense, probably tricked the kid, 53.6%, and then he played a real horse manure defense in Atlanta, 73.5% completion percentage for Bryce Young. I mean, this kid put on a show in the final 3 weeks. 7 tutties, and what I mean by tutties is touchdowns. 7 touchdowns to 0 picks for Bryce Young.
And what do you mean by horse manure defense? Is
Just
that
not
a new,
very
Not good.
Not good.
Sometimes horse manure
smells.
is excellent.
Horse manure can be great for fertilizer.
So if
Now,
it's
we're not
horse
farmers.
manure, you'd be fertilizing better players.
Yeah.
True.
Growing.
But if it's just sitting in a,
It's a great metaphor.
in a field, not doing anything, it kind of stinks. And it's kind of what he's he's
My
implying
dad
that.
used to say it puts hair on your chest.
I can understand that.
Now, was your dad at one point a scientist to make claims like that?
Oh, no, not even close.
Farmer?
Yeah, he just had a theory that he was a country guy, and said that that's why those farm boys are so big. They're smelling all that horse crap all day.
Interesting. Maybe he was the one that threw that bag of horse manure on the ice while you were playing. Maybe you weren't playing strong enough or hard enough. Or
Now,
good shows.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but not that night.
Good shows tie in aspects from previous segments. And Marsh, that's well done.
That's well played.
Coming up next in the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN in St. Louis, it's going to be the biggest question of the day.
Oh, my gosh.
Can the Cardinals' lack of development be directly correlated to one position and one position alone? We're going to get to that next, right here on 101 ESPN. Jamie, as you know, we like to do a serious program, and our guy, Stewie, is serious about when the rates are dropping, you call him. And the rates are dropping right now. Plenty of opportunities out there for anybody that's looking for a home loan or to refi. Maybe you don't know what your situation is. You just want an expert to take a look at it. That is our guy, Stewie.
Yeah, and whether your loan is currently with Stewie or not, give him a call. Because a lot of the people that you dealt with for your original loan, they may not even remember where you're at in your loan or that you could possibly refinance. Stewie, he calls people. He emails them, hey, by the way, be ready here. The rates are going to drop. If they do, we can refinance you. And they can use the bagel loan, which is Stewie's creation as well. So please don't miss out on a great opportunity, whether you're purchasing a home or whether you're refinancing or anything else to do with financial structure or things like that.
Yeah.
Give our guy Stewie a call. His number is 314-324-4440.
That's right, 314-324-4440. Call him day, night, text him, doesn't matter. It's his personal cell phone number. And Jamie, they didn't make if they didn't get that phone number because they're maybe driving around right now, what can they do?
They can Google the bagel loan.
NMLS number 226715.
biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
5:05, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Biggest question of the day. This is actually one, Carey. This is straight out of your dome.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. Jamie, it gets scrambled around in there. You know how that is.
I do.
But I've been watching baseball for a long time, and I listen to us. We talk about, the fundamentals of baseball players now and how the lack of fundamentals have been there for the Cardinals and those guys in the minors coming up to the majors. And it just kind of hit me out of nowhere. Can it be directly correlated to one position for the Cardinals, and that position being catcher? We may have been, I think how much or how important a player is, but when they're gone, you really understand the importance. And that player to me would be Yadier Molina. Behind the plate for 19 years, almost 2 decades as a Cardinal. And you didn't worry about some of the things that you worry about now with our catchers. And I started with Wilson Contreras. They brought him over from Chicago, signed him to a free agent contract, was really excited about him being your catcher to replace Yadier Molina. In the first year, they were ready to move him to the outfield. The second year, he got hit by a bat because you forced him to sit up or move closer to the plate. And now he's not even a catcher anymore. So you didn't develop him. You didn't have to work on the fundamentals with him. Fine. But now you got Ivan Herrera, who you say, this is our catcher. This kid can hit. But he can't throw runners out. At what point did you not realize that he was unable to throw runners out from behind the plate? It's kind of an important job description if you're going to be a catcher. Throwing out runners, controlling the running game.
I'll look it up.
Please do. So now you move him into outfield.
Stats, please.
Or DH. Whatever makes you feel better. Mm-hmm. He's no longer there. And then I watch Pedro Paez play catcher.
Oh, boy.
And Pedro, my man, I see balls bouncing. He's not catching them. Runners advancing. I see balls thrown behind him. He's chasing them. Runners advancing. And then I had the audacity to see him throw or attempt to throw a runner out at third base. And I don't know how the hell this happens. He actually hits the bat of the batter, loses the ball, and he's chasing that ball and the runner scores. So if you got a catcher that can't catch, can't stop a ball, he's always chasing them. If you got a catcher who can't throw out runners, and you got a catcher that you tried to move up in the box so he can help your pitchers get out. And Pedro Paez, to his credit, they say, hey, he's great with the staff. But the starting pitcher's ERA is 25 out of 30 teams. Where is the development for that position? How in the hell did you let one man, obviously great, you didn't have to worry about him, but you just turned off your brain for the catcher position for 20 years because you didn't have to worry about it. And in the last 3 years, you have had to worry about it drastically. And it has shown not just behind the plate, but also on the mound. Mm-hmm. This has been, in my opinion, one of the worst stretches of Cardinal catching and pitching that I've seen that I can remember. And I think it's directly correlated to Yadier Molina not being here and your lack of development for that position for 20 plus years.
Yeah, Carey, you're 100% right. You have an organization that just grew completely satisfied with one guy manning the ship for so long and didn't have the foresight to actually think of like when Yadi was going to retire. Now, in fairness to the Cardinals, they have had a couple of catching prospects come along throughout the years, but Yadi was never giving up the plate for those young players. Yadi wanted to play 162 games a year.
And he should.
Which is fine, Carey, but that's not, you can't develop a catcher behind someone who never gives them the opportunity. So there's blame to be shared between the Cardinals just not saying, okay, sorry, Yadi, you're going to play 120 games or 110 games, not 160 games every year. And there's blame for Yadi, too. And I don't blame Yadi for wanting to not give up his spot because the Wally Pipp thing is a real thing. It did happen. And I'm sure Yadi, being as a fierce competitor as he is, I wouldn't want to give up my spot. But as I'm nearing the end of my career and I'm realizing that the organization has nothing behind it for catcher, like you kind of owe it to the team to be a little flexible as far as giving up some time behind the plate.
I don't put any of this on Yadier Molina. I put this solely on the Cardinals organization because even if those guys are on the roster, which Paez wasn't here, Herrera wasn't here. Like,
no, but
those
they ended
guys,
up trading away guys that could have been the heir apparents.
Maybe, but you're still supposed to be working with those guys in the minor leagues. The fact that you had Ivan Herrera catching and told us that he was going to be the catcher, and that's why you moved
but you just
Wilson Contreras.
Herrera was fine at AAA.
He couldn't have been.
But he was.
You cannot.
Because all they kept talking about is bringing him up. He's the next guy.
I will not believe that this man was able to throw out runners in the minor leagues and all of a sudden cannot throw runners out in the major leagues. I refuse to believe that. I will never believe that is what was going on. So at some point, you had to have realized because the Clippers?
No, not the Clippers. Don't bother checking them out.
Okay.
Go back though, and if you Google some articles written about Ivan Herrera over the last couple of years beforehand, like it was all signs were leading to like he is the next guy.
So what happened? Because I know they changed his stance, how he was sitting behind the plate, put a knee down, all these things. Like whatever it is, you fast laned him up. Pedro Paez, again, at one point was leading the major leagues. Or you didn't get enough of a good look at him before you had to thrust him into full-time spot. Again, that's again poor management on the Cardinals organization. Like, you should know who's coming and what they're capable of doing and what they're not. There should be no surprises when a player is called up to the majors. Like, oh, crap, he actually can't hit a curveball. Damn it, who knew? Yeah, you know what? This guy can't stop any balls from going to the backstop. That's a problem.
Yeah.
You don't find out until he's here? What the hell is that? That's maddening to me.
Some of it, too, has to do with circumstance. Carson Kelly just caught an immaculate inning from
That's
Andrew
what he just said.
Kit.
That's what you just said. You said the other catchers. I heard you.
Yeah, just
You're
watching
agreeing.
you. I keep an eye on you.
I was agreeing.
Listen, what you did to me yesterday and bet the board.
On your side.
No. Prove to me,
you, brother.
I got to keep one eye on you and one eye on Stalter.
Why do you keep throwing me under the bus
I'm
with
not.
that?
You were talking. That's why I was paying attention.
No, but earlier in the office, you said, and I quote, "I expect that sort of evil out of Anthony."
I did say that. I stand
He's
by it.
always pissed. And then you turned to Carey and said, "But not you, and you're all hurt."
I was.
Yeah, he did.
What's the problem? I don't see the problem here.
Continue, Anthony.
You may have had surgery,
Yeah.
but my feelings have not been removed yet from me.
Oh, that's not true.
No, it's not.
That's not true. They were dead 4 years ago.
At least.
Well, actually, hang on. Let me do the math.
It goes back a long time.
Yes,
A long time. I lost my feelings a long time ago. Anyways, great points by both of you. And I agree with you on the circumstances with like Carson Kelly. Like, he just got an immaculate inning from Andrew Kittredge yesterday. He's a Cub. Like,
I know.
Carson Kelly at one point was supposed to be the dude.
And then Herrera was supposed to be the dude. He wasn't ready. And now they got, who's the next guy coming up?
Crooks. Jimmy Crooks.
Like, what? I heard somebody the other day say that Paez and Pozo are going to be the catchers for next year. What? Like, I love the Pozo story. He's living in his car, blah, blah, blah. I get it. And he's been great as the role that he's in. Mm-hmm. But you can't roll back Paez and Pozo next year. No. I just don't feel like you can.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, they might, because it winds up being a bridge position.
Yeah, but how far is Crooks?
Let's hope he's not far at all.
But wouldn't you rather have Crooks? If you're going to keep Paez, or if you're going to keep one of them, you'd probably keep Paez, right?
Probably.
Over Pozo.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to cut Pozo, but maybe he'll land somewhere else.
Yeah.
But then you have Crooks, in my opinion, where you screwed up the last time with Yachty. You have Crooks come up and you give him the starts that Pozo got this year, the same number of starts, and now you actually have a catcher in development at that point.
Yeah. They kind of did that a little bit. At least they tried to a little bit with Carson Kelly.
Yeah, but then somebody wasn't giving up his spot.
No.
Wasn't even talking to the kid.
Who are you, and why are you here?
Can you help me? No.
No. The old Brett Favre, it's not in my contract to get Aaron Rodgers ready.
And I don't blame him. I don't blame any of them for that.
All right. 2 days ago, we looked at the NFC East. We're going to do our NFL divisional preview for the AFC East. Best case scenario, worst case scenario, and our prediction for the 4 teams in the AFC East. Next on 101 ESPN. It's the Out of This World and Into Your Driveway event going on right now at Auto Centers Nissan, where the deals are fantastic and they run throughout the month of August. They've got over 1,000 vehicles all in one massive location. They're right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri. No bouncing between lots, no mystery, just the best selection in the St. Louis area all in one place. And right now, they have 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down and no payments for 3 months on 2025 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos. All of those vehicles are built right here in the USA, and they're priced to move with massive dealer discounts at Auto Centers Nissan. If you're shopping used, they've got those too, of course. 0 down and no payments for 3 months on a huge lineup of quality pre-owned vehicles at Auto Centers Nissan. Plus, every new Nissan comes with their exclusive lifetime warranty and 30-day return promise. Again, only at Auto Centers Nissan. Check them out before the deals dry up out at Auto Centers Nissan, at least in the month of August. Get to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum, just minutes from South County, or visit autocentersnissan.com today.
Time to go around the NFL with a Fastlane season preview of the AFC East.
NFL division preview. We're going to do the AFC East right now. AFC East. So we're going to go from the worst team in the division last year to the best. So last year, gentlemen, in the AFC East, you had the Patriots. Sorry, Jamie. At 4-13, the Jets at 5-12, the Miami Dolphins at 8-9, and the Buffalo Bills at 13-4. Jamie, you missed the NFC East preview, but you know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, worst case scenario, and your actual prediction. So the New England Patriots, best case scenario.
Well, it also goes with worst case scenario for me. It's a tie. One, I don't see them working their way out of last place in that division this year. As much as I think, Fields is a project in New York, I think the team overall could be better than the Patriots. I think the Patriots get like 6 wins this year. And I still think they find themselves in that 4th place spot.
Best case scenario for me is Mike Vrabel brings the intensity and the knowledge that he's had.
He's already doing that.
Yeah, he got busted up in practice the other day. But brings that to that defense. They added Carlton Davis. They added Robert Spillane, who I loved when he was in Pittsburgh. And I do like Jabril Peppers, and I like Christian Gonzalez. So I think they have some of the makings to figure it out on the defensive side. I don't know. I still don't know what Drake May is, and I still don't know Stephon Diggs, if he's completely healthy and ready to roll. He is a number one, but is he? Last year in Houston, he didn't feel like, even before he got hurt, he didn't feel like he was making that much of an impact for that Houston team like I thought he would. So offensively, I'm not certain of what they're going to be and what they're going to do. But defensively, because of the head coach, Mike Vrabel, maybe he can bring that intensity, that focus, that Patriot way from when he played there to that defense, and they can keep themselves in some games.
They won 4 games last year. I think best case scenario, they double that this year. I think they get to 8 wins.
What?
For the best case scenario.
Okay.
For the best case scenario. I think Mike Vrabel, I mean, you talk about like culture builder. We had this whole conversation with Dan Campbell. He's a culture builder. One of the reasons why the Raiders went back to the well with Pete Carroll, I don't mean they brought him back, but of course, like Pete Carroll, a coach that has been around a long time, is culture building.
Right.
Find somebody that's going to reestablish the culture. Well, that's Mike Vrabel through and through. So I think with the free agent upgrades they had, another year with Drake May, who I don't think Drake May is. I don't think he's going to be the 3rd best quarterback in that draft class when it's all said and done. But can he be a franchise guy? If he
They're
can,
pretty high on him.
They are.
Yep.
I think best case scenario is they win 8 games this year. What's the worst case? Basically last season.
Same exact thing.
Yeah.
They can't find a number 1 receiver. Stephon Diggs is not able to get it done in the manner in which they need him to. The running game still is kind of...
Which is weird. Stevenson was so good.
A couple of years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah,
and then it just fell off.
last year. So, they drafted Trayvon Henderson. Maybe he can add that element. But for me, worst case scenario is you see exactly what you just saw last year.
Yeah. My prediction is 7 wins. I don't think they quite get to 8.
Do you have the over-under? Is 8?
8.5.
Yeah,
so I'll go under.
I go under.
Jamie, over-under? 8.5 for Patriots?
Oh, under.
All right, the New York Football Jets. Best case scenario.
Justin Fields shows up like he did when he was at Ohio State, man. Hell.
You're not asking for much.
I ain't asking for much.
Does he have Ohio State talent around him?
I ain't got Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, that's true.
Huh?
Yeah. That's what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's I got.
The pause is great from both of you guys. We're done here. It's the Jets.
I literally was searching. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, 8 wins. Just for me.
Here's the best case scenario. Aaron Glenn does exactly what we just talked about with Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
He reestablishes the culture. He goes in there and he takes a franchise that has had very, very, very limited success, just like Dan Campbell did. And he says, we're going to, at the very least, guys, we're going to be a tough draw every week. We may not be the most talented. We may not be the most explosive, but we are going to be held to play each week. That's what Campbell did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they were bad to start with.
They
took them
lost
a couple seasons.
Absolutely. They lost 7-8 games right out of the gates.
Yeah.
But every week they're like, geez, I don't want to play that team again.
You're going to beat you up defensively and get after you.
So I think that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario is what worst case scenario is they're still the Jets.
And they're still the Jets, and they're still, then following the season, they go back to looking for a quarterback again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get nothing out of Fields.
Nothing.
Yeah.
They wind up, I don't even know who is the Jets' backup.
Taylor.
Okay, yeah, they go to Tyrod Taylor
Double T.
for a couple of games. And
They got Brady Cook on the roster.
Oh, boy.
Oh, from Mizzou, yeah.
Yeah, you forgot about him that fast, did you?
You said Brady Cook, and all I kept thinking about was Brady Quinn. I'm like, why would they sign Brady Quinn? He's been out of the league a long time.
Yeah, that guy's got it made right now. He doesn't need to be doing that.
Nah, he's fine. Yeah. All right. Prediction for the Jets.
7 wins.
Yeah.
Are they under 8.5 as well?
I think I'd go the exact same thing, 8.5.
Hang tight here. Sorry.
Oh, you've got the official one?
Yeah, I lost it. It toggled on me. 5.5.
Oh.
What?
I'll go over.
I'll go over.
I'll give them 6.
You can give more than that.
Maybe 7.5.
Boy, that is tempting. 5.5 Saints. So Saints. I'm just gonna ignore you guys. Saints, Giants, and Titans are all 5.5. I gotta think the Jets can win 6 games, right? Even though we just crapped
That's
on
what
them?
I said.
All
I said
give me over
I said over.
I said over.
All right, Miami Dolphins. Best case scenario.
Best case scenario for the Dolphins, 2 things. Tua stays healthy, and they get the 1 or 2 seed. And if they get the 2 seed, the AFC South has the 1 seed or Los Angeles Chargers. So they don't have to go anywhere cold in the playoffs. That's the best case scenario for them. 1 seed, or you play in some place that is warm.
Dolphins, for me, I still think that's a franchise. I think the Mike McDaniel experiment is starting to run its course there. I think that the goofiness and the way he goes about it, he had a comment the other day that was really out of left field too, just weird stuff. And
you're right. I think it's wearing thin.
It's wearing thin, and Tyreek, he's on his own program. You got Tua talking about how they still are working to mend their relationship because Tua was Tyreek was I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a lot of problems, a lot of warts heading into the season.
Yeah. And this is the same Dolphins team that defensively didn't want the coordinator for the Eagles. What's his name? The defensive coordinator for the Eagles.
Right now?
Yeah.
Not Vic Fangio.
Yeah, Vic Fangio. Yeah. So Vic Fangio was with Miami for a season, and the defense player's like, nah, we ain't doing this. This is way too hard, basically. He's been known to complicate things early on, but as the season wears on, just like we saw with the Eagles, the players start to really adapt to the system. Miami's like, nah, forget it. And Mike McDaniel had no control over it. So he wants to be quirky and fun, and the media kind of likes him, but I agree with you. I think the situation is wearing thin. But best case scenario, healthy Tua, elite offense, everything kind of clicks again on that side of the ball. Like you said, Carey, they have a good first half.
Right.
Maybe they win enough to get a warm weather playoff game, and who knows. But other than that, worst case, I think the bottom could fall out, and they win 4 games this year. I think the bottom could fall out, especially if Tua gets hurt.
Nah, if Tua's healthy, I think they're still a dangerous team. They got too many weapons. I like Tyreek, I like Jalen, and Devon Achane is a guy that he's electricity in a bottle. He gets the ball in his hands, he's going to make a play.
So 7.5 is the total then?
I would go over.
I'll go over.
Yeah.
We got to see how this thing plays out with the Buffalo Bills, too. No, they're next on the list. I think we have already given the Bills the division.
I'll go the over, too, I guess. I don't love it, though. You know what? Fast land it. I'll go under. Dolphins win 6 or 7 this year.
Wow.
Really?
All right, the Bills.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, I think, is the Super Bowl.
That is.
I mean,
it's not
it
should be.
But still, even AFC Championship. No, you're right. Super Bowl, they have to win.
They got to win.
Yeah, you're right.
Or at least get there.
I don't know that they have to win the Super Bowl, but you got to be there.
They got to get there
They
and
gotta
then
be
lose
the
to the
AFC
Eagles.
champ.
Yep.
I'm with you on
Lose
that.
to the Eagles?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Lions, you meant. Glad, Carey.
Okay. Yeah, best case best case for the Bills has to absolutely be to reach the Super Bowl. They've been to the AFC title game with Josh Allen. It's just getting over that hump, right?
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, I still think they win 11 games.
Well, they're definitely going to win 11 games.
Right?
Definitely. Right?
I agree.
Right?
Is James Cook playing?
Yes.
Do you care?
I do care.
Does it matter to you?
I thought James Cook was a vital piece in that offense. It's just when it comes to the contract, which gets a little, it's a little more complicated when you're talking about what his role is compared to the guy that just got signed in Kyron Williams with the Rams. The Bills are like, I don't know if we won't pay you that with no cap space.
$10 million a year.
But I still think, again, worst case, they win 11 games.
The worst case scenario. Did you ask that already?
That's it.
The worst case?
Yeah.
How many?
I say the worst case scenario, they win 11 games.
Worst case scenario for me is that this defense is older, and they're unable to do the things that they expect. Tre'Davious White, that you brought him back, he's a little bit older. You signed Joey Bosa. Like you're bringing some guys back into the fold that are a little bit older and got a lot of tread on the tire. So we'll see.
Worst case scenario, Josh Allen gets hurt at the beginning of the season.
Marsh.
He said that a couple
He
of
said
days
that
ago.
He said that last week, Jamie.
You guys peer pressured me into it.
He's
terrible.
He said, like he's making a prediction. He said one of the top quarterbacks is going to get hurt.
Happens every year.
And we're like, really, dude? Why would you say that? And then we said, well, you got to have a name in mind. And he goes, and he just did. It came. I mean, even before we finished asking him, he said Josh Allen.
Oh, wow.
Josh Allen.
What's your problem?
I don't know. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
All right.
I never watched the Bills play. Josh Allen.
Over under. Never seen him play.
This is a serious show.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Never watched the NFL in my life. Josh Allen.
Over under's 11.5. I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I'll take the over.
I go over as well.
All right. Did you guys all go over on every single team except for the Patriots?
I went under on the Patriots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. All right. Moving on. We got Bet the Board.
Oh, wow.
Jamie's got some work to do.
Oh, can't imagine why. You bag up.
Bet the Board next on 101 ESPN. You got to check out Underdog's Champions Game if you haven't done so already. Underdog's one of the fastest growing sports game apps you can play now right here in Missouri, and it's easy to play. Their app has over 100,000 five-star reviews. Millions of users are not only playing, but they're winning big time. You can play for as little as $1 if you want. Here's how you do it. Just pick a couple of players and decide whether or not they're going to go higher or lower on their stats. So if you like a certain matchup in Major League Baseball tonight or tomorrow or over the weekend, you could build your player card with things like home runs, strikeouts, total bases. That's it. That's all you have to do to play. If your entry is correct, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So again, that $1 that you played for earlier can turn into 1,000 just for getting a few picks right. Download the Underdog app. Sign up with my promo code, which is my first name. That's it, Anthony, to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit at Underdog Fantasy. Again, that promo code is Anthony. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See UnderdogFantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update. Brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals take on the Cubs tomorrow. First pitch is at 7:15 with Michael McGreevy on the mound going up against Matthew Boyd. If you have missed anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Time for Bet the Board, and things are getting interesting in Bet the Board. Right, Jamie?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Marsh, what do we got?
Anthony, you lead all of us with 3 points. Carey and I are tied at 2, and Jamie has 1.
You're right there, Jamie.
Jamie, of course, the only 3-time consecutive winner of Bet the Board. He's been an unstoppable wrecking force. There's no doubt about it.
He knows things we don't, Anthony. That's why he's so damn good.
Yeah.
You're not getting away with this. You're not.
No doubt.
It's going to come back twofold.
I was going to take the under in the Reds-Pirates game, but it's at 6.5, and boy, that's a low number. So give me the under in the Miami-Atlanta game. That's 8. Under 8. Please. Marlins, Braves, under 8.
Tell me never take the under.
Yeah.
Tell me it's the worst thing in the world.
It is. You get 2 baseball games tonight. Struggle boys.
Give me Kyle Stowers 1.5 hits, runs, RBI.
Oh, look at you. Going with the rookie.
I'm going to go to the NFL tonight, gentlemen. Some preseason football. Give me the Philadelphia Eagles to score over 14.5 points on those Cincinnati Bengals. Minus 125.
I'm going to go with MLB here. Over under in the Reds-Pirates game. I'm going to go under. I show it at 7. And I just refreshed.
Oh, look at you. Let's hope that's a bleeping barn burner.
Oh, Anthony, stow it.
Reds-Pirates under 7.
Yep.
That's what he said.
Skeens on the bump, baby. He's going to go 9. 2 hits.
And the Pirates are going to score 7.
I guess that's highly likely.
All righty. That is Bet the Board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. It's a serious program.
You guys excited to watch the Memphis Redbirds tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, Jamie, FanDuel Sports Network has decided to show some Memphis Redbird games. And that's exciting for everyone because we have an opportunity to watch J.J. Weatherholt, and I'm excited to see him start tonight.
Well, apparently J.J. Weatherholt will not be in the lineup.
What?
This is such a Cardinals thing to happen. And, like, if I'm ownership or John Mozeliak, I'm making a phone call to Memphis because FanDuel Sports Network covering the Memphis Redbirds. It's an exciting time for Cardinals fans to see some of the prospects. It is. J.J. Weatherholt in particular. Quinn Matthews is on the bump tonight. Like, several players that you'd be like, okay, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to check this out. You know, like, what could be next year? What could be the year after? I think it's a great idea to get people to know what you have in the farm system and to maybe make some people excited about what's coming up for the Cardinals. And then your best bleeping player, it's a scheduled day off. Anthony, a scheduled day off on the first game that's going to be televised like with a big network for AAA baseball.
All tuned in to see J.J. Weatherholt.
Not one person tuning in. Well, I shouldn't say not one person. 90% of Cardinal Nation would be tuning in to watch J.J. Weatherholt. FanDuel will probably do some pretty good ratings numbers based upon that. So FanDuel will probably piss too because not being disrespectful, but why would I turn that game on now?
Right. Well, they got plenty of guys down there.
It's fine, but the number one reason would be J.J. Weatherholt because he's absolutely shredding AAA baseball right now.
That's correct.
Like, don't you call down there and say, hey, guys, I know it's a scheduled day off. That's going to be tomorrow.
Would you be surprised if that wasn't the plan?
What do you mean?
They just didn't want to show him. Like, they didn't want him to have.
No,
they didn't want you
I
to
would
feel
be
like
shocked.
He should be here now. What are we doing?
But
no,
quite honestly, that plays in their favor. Because if you're watching Memphis and you're like, he should be here now, that gives you something exciting. And then when they do call him up, because they will at some point, you're going to the ballpark because you've watched him play at Memphis. The numbers are good. He's up with the big club. At that point, you're like, I don't know if the Cardinals are going to win or lose. No idea. But I'm going to the ballpark. I want to see that kid's first game in a Cardinal uniform.
Yeah.
So I just can't believe that ownership from the Cardinals and the higher ups at FanDuel Sports Midwest didn't say, no, you guys are not doing this. No.
Yeah.
The biggest draw in the game.
Yeah, get him in the lineup.
He's tired.
I bet he isn't.
I bet
he's just fine.
I bet
maybe he's tired of raking. Maybe.
Yeah, I bet he wants to play.
It's just I don't know. It's just a huge miss.
It's a terrible look.
Yeah.
There's no question about it. It's a terrible look. But this is an organization that's done a lot of things well lately, so let's just give them a free pass.
Anthony, we're being serious here.
Sorry.
Grow up.
Coming up next on the Fast Lane, what we learned and 3 stars of the day. We hope you stay tuned. Thank you.
Hey, if you were looking for the perfect gift for that special somebody, look no further than Diamonds Direct. Over at Diamonds Direct, you are going to get a selection that's like shopping 30 stores all at once. I mean, it really is crazy, the amount of items, beautiful items that they have over at Diamonds Direct. You are going to get Diamond Expert, a staff that really cares about you, about your story, about what you're buying. They dig in. I promise you, you're going to love the whole crew over there. I told you, Veronica's been taking care of me for a long time over there at Diamonds Direct. Evan, the manager, the entire crew, fantastic to work with. You are going to love this group. So whatever the occasion, maybe she's got a birthday coming up. You guys have an anniversary. You're thinking about popping the question. By the way, if you are thinking about popping the question, if you buy an engagement ring right now over at Diamonds Direct, you get a wedding band for free. So you might as well take advantage of that over at Diamonds Direct. Over there, there are no extra layers. There's no nonsense. All you get is quality diamonds at a price you actually feel good about. The place is different. Check them out. Go online, diamondsdirect.com, and get into the showroom at Olive and 270 at City Place. It's Diamonds Direct.
missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts, of course, brought to you by Shedeur Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Jamie, why don't you have honors?
I learned that even when you think you can get screwed over by your friends, it can get worse.
Oh.
It can get worse. You know, you leave for serious surgery. You go through some things. You know, you're healing. You're trying to do your best to get back in. You try your best throughout that process to stay active. What, Carey, why are you not looking over here?
I was looking at the TV.
No, okay, just wondering. I was wondering why you wouldn't make eye contact for a second. Yeah. But as you try to send in your bet the board picks, you try to stay on top of things because, you know, you're in and out of sleep. You're recovering from major surgery. Even though you're active doesn't mean that you're 100% healthy.
Sure.
Doesn't mean you're able to keep things, on track. And you guys, as a group.
As a whole,
Carey, Jamie, made a promise. Said that once we know you're good, you know, I understand I was active, so I see the misunderstanding. If you want to sewer me with a bet the board, pick something that at least has a full game to operate. I learned that Carey Davis, no problem, squatting a pot right on your grave. Just power bomb. You're going to get the Tigers down by 5 in the 9th. A live bet.
I learned that as much as Jamie talks about him liking Detroit, he doesn't really like him that much. Especially in the bottom of the 9th, down by 5.
I hate him at that point.
Not believing. Just doesn't believe.
I would have ever believed that, to be honest.
On Anthony.
I know. Nobody out.
There's not a strong enough medication that would have made me believe that. Just saying.
The comeback was on. That's what you text.
It really wasn't.
Texted us.
I never did. Actually, I could prove that to you because I sent in my own bet the board. Because you, fast laners, decided to do bet the board in the 2 o'clock hour.
We had to move some things around.
I bet you
we
did.
had Brett Bielema.
We did.
Oh, boy. Oh, no
And
wonder.
Brett.
No wonder.
And BT.
Oh, my God.
And BT.
yeah. And the
Brett
Cardinals
Bielema.
game.
And the Cardinals game.
And the Cardinals game.
Yeah, there's a lot to get to.
going on, man.
Yep. Marcia, what'd you learn?
I learned that laughter is unacceptable on this program.
Completely.
Yeah.
And for that, we apologize.
Yeah.
What I learned is that all of us can come together and help out a fellow listener that wants us to do something that they want to do. You know? They text in, they say, I want you guys to act like this.
Can you
dance for me?
Can I speak on that real quick? Can you imagine how the level of importance that you feel that you have, that your opinion matters that much? Nobody gives a damn what you think, man.
You talking to Anthony?
We were joking. If you didn't know, we laughed the entire damn time.
What are you talking about?
I was serious.
Hell with that guy or gal.
Wow.
Get over yourself.
I don't just, what?
I'm telling you, I said get over yourself.
Oh, I think you should go faster.
Carey's fired up chips right
No, not you. Fire up chips.
Problem.
Not you. I love you.
I love you.
Fast lane that guy or gal. I'm sorry.
That hurt.
That you feel that way.
That hurt more.
Wow. Hey, why don't we do some criticisms and some compliments?
I should have saved it, huh?
You should have.
Yeah.
All right, from a 314, pretty good show today, gentlemen. Frankly, I think it was a bit too serious, though. Please try to lighten up in the future. Glad to have Jamie back.
Nice.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Tanisha also says, thank you, fellas, for always entertaining and bringing laughter to the show. Much love. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Tanisha.
Thank you.
636, love the dry sarcasm / serious bit. Great show. That was no bit.
Oh, no, I would.
No cap.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Well, Marsh is wearing a cap.
He is having a cap on.
I was looking at you.
Ball cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're wearing a hat, by the way, is it automatically a ball hat? Because because if you had a football team or a hockey team, it's not. You can call it a hockey hat, do you? But see, people say, "Oh, baseball," but it's not a baseball hat.
I think it's still a ball cap.
Ball cap.
I think it's always a ball cap.
Yeah,
no matter
because
what
the
logo,
ball
what
up
team
top
it
there.
is.
Yeah.
The ball cap.
I forgot the
That's
name
not
of
where
that
you
thing.
want
Yeah.
Chip and BT had there's a name for that thing on the top of the hat.
Is it?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Chip Carey said it a couple weeks ago.
Chip.
Interesting.
No.
Yeah, ask BT next time.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
All right, I'll make this quick. Third star of the day goes out to bags of poop on the ice. Second star of the day goes out to being serious.
Yes.
And our first star of the day goes out to Jamie Barry Rivers for being back.
Absolutely. Jamie is back.
Good to be back.
We'll see if he comes in tomorrow. Great stuff.
Got to do bet the board.
Very true.
You can text
See what happens.
No, I can't. I really can't. Carey, learn that.
Yeah, you can.
No.
You just got to make sure you do it before bet the board. That's all.
Better do it before 2 p.m.
That'll do it for us. For Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. See ya.